Yes, guys, you know what time it is. It's your boy David at the Irish Hotspot, Ireland's #1 Spurs fan, bringing you the watch along for today's massive game against Chelsea. Best believe it, I want to absolutely smash these rent boys to pieces. I really do. I can't wait for it. But look, let's kick it off. I want to send off my condolences and my thoughts and my prayers out to Jimmy Greaves and the family. A real loss of an absolute legend, of course, the all-time scorer, which is quite sad. So, look, hopefully we can get the job done for him today. I'll just welcome in some of the Harris Army, and then we're going to let Jack and Marcelo take over. We have Mr. Edwinson says, hey, David, hey, Jack, come on, you Spurs, 100%. And he says, would be a great win for Greavesy today. And says, RIP, Greavesy, 100%, my man. Romero, best centre-back in London's in the house. Big yourself up, my man. We have Sue Smith, RIP, Mr. Jimmy Greaves, sadly gone, but never forgotten, 100%. Dark Sun G says, come on, you Spurs, with some playing. I'm confident that we will win 2-1 or 3-1, with Sun be involved in all our goals. Big up, Dark Sun G. Hope things are well. JC says, the lineup today suggests we are going for the juggler. Come on, you Spurs. It does seem like that. Jason Fox says, worried about the lack of impact subs today, but let's go. Yeah, look, with injuries and that, there's nothing you can really do about the bench. But look, I get your sentiments, Jason, 100%, my man. Dark Sun G says, Son loves scoring after injury from return, just like the Man United away game last season. Jason Fox, looking forward to see if Romero holds up Lukaku. He will. Salary agents in the house. Kev Williams, come on, you Spurs want nothing less than 100% blood, sweat, and tears today. I couldn't agree more, my man. Dermot Tottenham Tantrums in the building says, come on, you Spurs, let's win for the fans. Most of all, let's win for that. The legend that is Jimmy Greaves. Come on, you Spurs. I couldn't agree more. Vince Vega's in the house. He says, come on, you Spurs. I have a great feeling today. Sun back, but Kepa is shitting it. I'm delighted he's in goals, not going to lie. Shamu Van Spurs says, yes, guys, you know what time it is. 3:24 a.m. Big up, Shamu. J-Bat Gaming is saying today is going to be a 7-goal thriller. I hope so, my man. I want to see it raining goals, my man. I really do. Adam's in the building. Big yourself up. What a lineup, he says. Paro Miguel Escobardo says, come on, you Spurs. Emerson VC is in the building. We're also joined by Nick. My man is in the building. Big up, Nick. We also have Felix. Big yourself up. And KT. Tor Thomason. And then, Jack, look, we have 2 super chats to get to, but I do have to pop out for 1 minute, so I'm going to leave you with them, and I'll be back in 1 moment. Everyone, make sure you do smash that like button, guys. Make sure you smash the subscribe button if you're new. Get your super chats in, guys. It is a great way to support the channel, a great way to support me, Jack, and Marcelo on this watch along as well, guys. And look, hopefully you enjoy Marcelo being back on the channel. A lot of people have been asking. Marcelo, honestly, I get sick of trying to tell people this guy works 12-hour days and everything else. They don't listen to me and they keep going, free Marcelo and everything else. I don't know what's going on lately, lad. I'm seeing a lot of free Marcelo and all. But look, guys, he is back here today, so enjoy him. And make sure you share this screen out. But Jack, we have kicked off and I'm going to leave it to you. I'll be back in 1 second.
Definitely, Dave. Dark Sun G saying, so happy that Son's back now. I feel confident. Yeah, Dark Sun G, you even instilled that confidence for me about Sonny. I would say a lot of people, even in the Sonny versus Kane debate, say that these are the matches that Sonny shows up for. So definitely. Chelsea, though, are kind of clean through here in the beginning here. Havertz, very early in the beginning there. Looks like he was offsides, Havertz. Sorry, everybody. Just that was a bit dangerous there. It's a bit scary there. Marcelo, are you a bit ahead of me or am I a bit ahead of you? Where are you in the...
We're actually in the same time. I'm pretty sure you're on Peacock, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we're probably going to be in the exact same time.
What do you think then about Dark Sun G's comment then here? Are you just like absolutely relieved practically that Sonny's in this? I even said earlier today on Weird Time TV, matches like this, Sonny's almost the difference between winning and losing, Marcelo.
Absolutely. I said it. He's our big game player.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as we love Harry Kane, I always said he's a master at breaking low blocks. He can find space wherever and whenever. But like Sonny in these big games where it's, it's wide open and, there's a lot of spaces to make runs. I mean, he's sonic fast, man. He can exploit those spaces. And
he's almost faster in these matches, you might even say.
Well, it's because,
bigger adrenaline.
Teams, they tend to have also, a higher line. So he can exploit that a lot easier. But, Chelsea are looking very compact here.
Definitely so. And let's just move. And also Dark Sun G, absolutely big yourself up. And we are absolutely relieved like you to see Sonny in this. Sonny's even taking a hit from distance. Goes off from Harry Kane there off his back. Sonny's even muscling Azpilicueta in the box there. Very good to see. Definitely Azpilicueta is one I would take advantage of this match. Decent hold-up play by the boys there. Sonny's out on the left flank here. Sizing up, I think it's Christensen here. Step over. Ronaldo plays it across the 6. Oh! whoever was there actually didn't know that the ball was going to him. I think it was Gio Emerson here with an outside the foot cross. That was beautiful. Oh,
sir! But this is what I'm saying, bro. This is what I'm saying, bro. This is how we should be playing.
Did you see that Emerson outside the foot?
Beautiful.
That Emerson outside the foot pass was unbelievable. William Kelly, I just want to get to this super chat first, but Dark Sun G, big yourself up. True legend, Dark Sun G. Hope you're hyped for this one, my man. William Kelly saying, this is going to be interesting. Come on, you Spurs. William Kelly, hope you're keeping well, brother. Hope you're keeping well on the down under as well. I know you probably had to wake up in an ungodly hour for this one, but William Kelly, David, like I said, no matter how many times he gets, betrayed, no matter how many times he gets knocked down, William Kelly always stands right back up just to watch the boys. So big yourself up, William.
Look, big up William Kelly. Look, William Kelly is one of them, like Dark Sun G and the rest of the guys that tune in out there. So many of them, they get up at these ungodly hours, to follow this great team of ours. And I'm absolutely delighted to see you in, William Kelly. Big yourself up, and I hope you enjoy the game, and I hope you get the result. That so many of you guys that wake up early for these games or during the night or whatever it may be. So big yourselves up. Come on, you Spurs. This is a North London derby, William Kelly. Let's absolutely rip into Chelsea. We're starting off very, very brightly. We actually have a free kick on the edge of the area. Yeah, free kick on the edge of the area here. Come on. Lining one up. If we can get this on target, this is 1-0. Let's go, Harry Kane on the free kick.
That's fantastic by Romero there. Well done.
Honestly, I'm being honest right now. I think Giovanni Lo Celso.
Kane's standing over it. Lo Celso standing over it too.
Come on, Lo Celso. If I'm Lo Celso, I'm telling Kane I'm taking it. If I'm Lo Celso, I'm telling him I'm taking it.
Maybe Harry Kane might go for one down round into the bottom corner where Kepa's standing right now, but we'll wait and see. Harry Kane is stepping up. He is lining it up. It's Harry Kane to take it. It's it's off the wall.
Yeah.
And it's gone out for a corner kick. Well, look, the pressure's still on. Let's see what we can do from this corner kick. Let's see if we can get one into the box. Let's get Romero. Let's get an Eric Dyer onto it. Oh, it didn't actually come off the wall. It came off the man behind the wall. Oh, unlucky. Lo Celso on this corner kick. Come on, Lo Celso. Let's get a good
one. Gio.
Marcelo, are you surprised by the start we're making? Very positive, I have to say.
Well, this is what I've been saying. We should be playing games, regardless whether we win or lose. I want us to be, playing on the front foot. People keep saying, "Oh, we need to win silverware." Well,
the teams that shit corner.
Well, the teams who win the silverwares are the teams that usually play on the front foot. So, we're gonna need to be able to take it to these teams, man. We're a big club. We're not Burnley.
I think David's the one ahead for Jason Fox here. Dave, what time are you on? Because I'm pretty sure you're the one that's ahead of Marcelo and I. Unfortunately, across the Atlantic, we're a bit behind.
I'm just 1 second. I'll get it on big screen. Or not 9 minutes, sorry. I am on 5 minutes and 30 seconds.
Oh, so you're a little bit ahead of us, David.
What are you on?
We're just hitting 5 minutes now, I think. Right, Marcelo?
Yep.
All right,
I like that Marcelo and I are perfectly in sync. Good vibes, actually.
I'll use the one on my phone then because I'm on the same time as you on the one on the phone, so it's grand.
All right, then. Thanks, David. Really do appreciate that. Marcelo and I are perfectly in sync, which is actually nice, we'll say.
It is good. But look, let's see what some people in the comments are saying. So there you are, Jason Fox. The time, we're at 5 minutes and 25 seconds now, my man.
Beautiful.
25 seconds. Tottenham Tantrum says, big up, guys. Hope all are well. TV turn down. You guys turn up. Let's go. Come on, you Spurs. Everyone needs to be doing that. Absolutely everybody needs to be doing that. Faz Radfar says, I'm not brave enough to watch the match on TV. Nah, come on, man. Get it on. Chelsea are on the attack here.
It's crazy, David. I'm not even nervous watching Spurs anymore.
Yeah.
I'm at a point where I'm okay if we lose, but I just want to see
Moon Boots with a bit of a slip. Moon Boots a bit of slip. We get it out, hopefully, here. Hugo clears his lines. Well done by the boys.
That's bad.
Gio shoving off Rudiger.
From Eric Dyer. He's the one that worries me the most, man. That guy.
It was a bit of a scary slip.
I would have started Sanchez over Dyer, but
What's the story? Just quickly, what's the story in? He says, hello, boys. I can sense a big win today. R.I.P. Jimmy. Come on, you Spurs. No, 100%. Big up the old lad. Let's get the win. Let's absolutely smash these rent boys. I absolutely hate them. I know you do too. Look, hopefully, at the end of the game, we're leaving them crying onto the nice farm.
Good pressing there from Delhi.
Roland O'Donnell, big yourself up, Roland. I hope things are well. Brandon Reynolds, big yourself up. Good to see you in. Muntasir Ali. We have Kieran as well. Big yourself up. And we have THFC for life. He says, I'm liking the lineup. We definitely are. Anyone that does want to sync up, guys, we are on 5 minutes and 55 seconds right now, or is that 6 minutes? I'll tell you now. That is 7 minutes now. We're on 7 minutes, guys. Anyone that does want to link up with us.
That's a shit pass from Hoiberg.
And it's Alonso causing trouble there, Jack. We did highlight Alonso, you know.
Yeah, David, he's, I would say, probably Chelsea's unsung hero. A lot of people, you know, kind of have forgotten that, Alonso, he's practically, I think, 10 years older than Ben Chilwell, and he's still being selected over Ben Chilwell, you know, every single match. And it just maybe shows just because Marcus Alonso, he's definitely far more creative than Ben Chilwell. A lot of people, even Chelsea fans, kind of criticize Ben Chilwell.
Tottenham on the break. It's Dele Alli, or is it Sonny? Oh, unlucky. He tried to get on the outside of Alonso and get the ball across. I have to say, good defending by Alonso, unlucky by Son. And this is what we want to see, guys. This is what we want to see. Our players taking it to this Chelsea team, running at them, trying to make something happen, rather than be like, you know, very passive on the ball like we have done the last few games.
Go for the win. Why are we going for, you know, we shouldn't be going for 0-0 draws. We shouldn't be like that. For me, is a loser's mentality. You know, going for a 0-0 draw, saying, oh, we can't get anything. Look at this. We're pinning down Chelsea right now.
Interesting, yeah. We're pressing them very, very high up the pitch here, guys. Very, very high up. We're not letting them settle. We have to be impressed with this, guys.
That's how you play.
Giving them a taste of their own medicine here, actually. Even, you know, especially, they're probably not even used to this, you know, especially someone like Tuchel, you know, like I said, he's from that German school of thought of high pressing. They're probably not even used to being high pressed themselves. So
I want a penalty for that. No,
that's a pen.
I want to look at that. Let's go. Well took down. Let's go, Ndombele. Oh, 2-step overs, 3-step overs, and he loses it. I want VAR to have a look at that, though. I'm disgusted. I want VAR to have a look at this. We deserve it after refereeing decisions against Palace and against Rennes. Højbjerg absolutely taken out. You can't be allowing that. That's ridiculous. Carry on. No, not even VAR looking at it. Well, that is ridiculous. No VAR check. Absolutely ridiculous.
VAR doesn't exist for us, Dave. That does not exist for us. I'll tell you that. But hopefully, is it Stuart Atwell you said for today, Dave?
No, Paul Tierney, Jacob.
Paul Tierney, thank you, Dave.
Probably being bribed with a day out at, you know, the London Bridge or something like that. The London Tower.
They took him to the Chelsea Poodle Groomers. Yeah, he was at the Chelsea Poodle Groomers earlier this morning.
I will say this. Watching Emerson play, it does look like he's going to have to adjust a little bit to the Premier League. Now, granted, he's still only 21.
Yeah.
And I think he has loads of talent, just like Reguilon, I said in his first season. Very young, loads of talent, but I think he's going to have a pretty up and down season like Reguilon had in his first one. I think he's going to.
That's really actually a good shout, actually. Because Reguilon last season, right, he would either be one of our best players, you know, one match, and then the next match, right, he would be one of our worst. So you actually might be right, Marcel. Kind of something similar I could see happening.
Ndombele losing the ball there in a crucial position in midfield. You can't be getting turned over there, especially on Chelsea on the attack here now.
Yeah.
Pulling it back to Alonso. Alonso into Jorginho.
And
all the way back. You can't be losing that there, Ndombele. You can't, especially after the touch and control by Son to take that down.
Yeah, that was beautiful from Son.
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. It's poor by Ndombele, and Chelsea now coming down our right-hand side, running at Eric Dyer, and well defended, I have to say.
And Gio is the one pressing higher, I will say. Gio is the one pressing higher. I had a feeling this might happen.
Gio's pressing.
That's a poor ball out by Reguilon.
I think Gio's pressing is insane, man. Oh, jeez. Oh, good job. I think sometimes it's our passing in the back.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like there's no
rhythm. Oh, completely kicks fresh air. That's what we love to see. Leave it go out for a goal kick. Well done. Absolutely kicking fresh air. That's what did they pay for him, Jack? What did they pay for Havertz?
I'm not too sure, Dave. I think they paid.
That's what about 80 million gets you. Kicking for. Oh, beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? Come on, guys. That's beautiful.
That's champion. He must have been thinking about the Champions League, Dave.
That's worse than Harry Winks against Everton. Oh my God, that's a thing of beauty, miss kicking fresh air like that. And that's another shit pass out from the back. They're too stretched. There's no one coming short looking to pick that up and take the responsibility. Derek Hutchinson says, come on, kick that Chelsea arse. And Coover99 is in the building and says, we used our VAR vouchers a couple of seasons ago. And J-Back Gaming says, Royale down. And
well, the issue is also with Emerson that I do feel bad for him is that, and he's used to the Barcelona system where it's one touch go. Yeah, you could see that sometimes, you know, he gets the ball, he just looks to pass it, but like he doesn't, he has no one to pass it to. Like he had the ball very well over there, and there's loads of space in the midfield, but nobody tracking back. That's where like Nobele needs to you need to track back for that ball, man. Like you need to help him out.
What do you make of the inclusion of Ndombele today, Marcelo?
He's been poor. He's been poor, and he's a guy that I said, he needs to show up, but it's still only 10 minutes in, 12 minutes, and he can grow into the game. But he like that kind of pisses me off because Emerson gets a great ball. He has loads of space to pass. He's looking for someone to pass, but there's no one in the midfield tracking back for him.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to come. Either Højbjerg or Ndombele. And I love Højbjerg, but he also should have done, what I mean? Someone needs to step up.
Yeah. No, I couldn't agree more. Jack, Tottenham on the attack here. It's a poor ball in behind for Son. Kind of checked the run. He wasn't expecting the pass. And fair play to him. That's great tracking down. Doesn't let him pass it out from the back. Saying, Thiago Silva, I'm closing the door on you. It is gone out for a Chelsea goal kick, but I love to see that. And now hopefully we can get the high press on again.
Oh, wow.
Jack, what do you make?
Nice
job, what do you make of the start, Jack, so far? Of course, we are 13 minutes in now. What do you make of the start?
I think we looked really, we're both going for it here. And it's very interesting to see us, practically pressing Chelsea higher than even they would press us. You might even say it's actually very interesting. Even Kepa's had a few shaky moments to begin with, you would say, where he's actually been caught, a bit lackadaisical on the ball. So hopefully we can take advantage of that. To be honest, I think this is probably exactly what Marcelo wants to be seeing. It's just, us really going for it, really trying to smack Chelsea early, show them, how we play at home. This is hopefully the way we continue to play at home. Beautiful attempt, I will say, by Gio there.
Oh, come on.
Let's go.
And Region with a tackle. Oh, well done, Højbjerg. Saw that. What a tackle by Højbjerg.
I love to see it. We're just
go, Gio. Go, Gio.
Come on. Oh, this is some good touching. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's go.
What a tackle by Højbjerg back there. What a tackle, I will say. Honestly, the way he just stuck that leg out.
It's a Tottenham throw deep into the Chelsea half.
Harry Kane taking our throw-ins. Harry Kane, he's dropping deep to take throw-ins now, Dave.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Højbjerg out to Dele Alli. Dele Alli looks
Rag.
to cross in. The angle wasn't there and it's blocked, and Chelsea are on the counter. No way. Moon Boots gets pinned. Absolute terrible defending. They're on 2-on-2. Romero and Real 3-on-2. It's well defended. Who got back and made that tackle? Is that Dele Alli or was that Emerson? What a tackle. Oh,
that is Emerson. What a tackle, Dave. What a tackle.
What an absolute tackle. I love to see it. Absolutely brilliant.
Maybe with Marcelo, despite Marcelo, I agree with kind of, Emerson can improve a bit of his, technical ability, but maybe he might be still one that gets stuck in for a living, you might say, Dave.
Well, he's got good technical ability, but it's just when you play in the Premier League, it is a very
has to be at an even higher level.
It has to be, everything has to be quick. You don't have the same amount of time as you do in La Liga. So, the kid has talent, but he just needs to get comfortable to the league. I say give him this season.
Great tackle.
That's a great tackle then.
I have to say on that last attack from Chelsea, guys, Moon Boots can't be getting pinned by Havertz like that. That's way too easy. It completely opened up the space. Like, this is where he has to learn to be able to drop off sometimes a little bit, rather than trying rush in and get pinned like that. Of course, was a saucy ball. It's a good ball inside. Nearly on the head of Harry Kane. Great defending by Thiago Silva. We're really getting into this game. We really are taking it to Chelsea in the open.
Harry's in the box.
It's a Tottenham corner here now.
Thiago saved them 2 times, I will say. Thiago Silva, that's kind of what he's always been known for. Even when he's lost a bit of that pace, he always has that intelligence to see the danger before it's there, though.
No, he does.
Well, my thing is, go ahead, David. I'll let you.
No. Go on.
No, well, my thing is that this is what we wake up for, boys. Being, going at it, and I would say this compared to the last time we played Chelsea. We have looked more like beating Chelsea than we ever have in the last 3 years playing defensive football. So people are trying to tell me that, we can't, take it onto these teams. Yes, we can, man.
No, we definitely can't. Just the deep Højbjerg with a deep ball into Eric Dyer. Eric Dyer tried to get it across, but kept it equal to it. But you know what, guys? I really do sense it. If we can keep getting at Chelsea like this, guys, look, Kepa is their weakness. He's not going to have a magnificent game. We get the shots on goal. We will win this game. Chelsea are there for the taking. It's going to take them a while to wake up from the game against Zenit, I'm thinking at the minute. It's looking like that. and we are trying to get down the right-hand side. Oh, my God.
Emerson with another interception.
Like that. You can't keep taking him out like that. Honestly, free Emerson. Everyone, hashtag free Emerson in the comments. You can't keep clattering him.
Referee.
Is getting absolutely stuck in. Alonso got away with one there. I want to see a card. Everyone, make sure you are smashing that like button, guys, and get your super chats in and help support the channel.
All the Premier League refs, Dave, they're allergic to giving cards to the
other
team when we're playing.
Oh, Kane, poor touch. One touch, right touch, and that he could have got his shot off. Again, Thiago Silva saving them. Again, Harry Kane, maybe a tad offside. Better touch, and he could have got his shot off there easy. Unlucky. Jude is in the building, says Kepa is the weakest.
Give it a corner.
He is. And a couple of free Emersons by Nick Adam. Absolutely love it, guys.
David, give it a corner, though.
Yeah, it's a corner. Yeah, it's a corner to Tottenham. It's a ball into the box. It's well swung in. Oh, unlucky. It's recycled. Oh, that is shocking. Who took that effort? Wow, that's gone out to the far corner flag. Should definitely not be striking the ball again. That was Lo Celso. Wow, that's poor. Dan N says joining in late, but we are looking electric, lads. No, we are, my man. We're absolutely taking it to them. We're taking it to them, and that's what we want. We want to be absolutely. We don't want to be sitting back watching Chelsea pass it around, and their fans wanking off their poodles. We can't be having that. We want to be taking it to them, and that's what we are doing. And Jack, I have to say, we are actually pinning them in their own half. We're pressing them high. They're struggling to get out.
Yeah. No, I mean, even if Chelsea were to finish with more possession or something this half, Dave, if they were to continue this way, I mean, all the possession has been in their own half, which is just, actually how you want it to be when you think about it. They're not pinning us in our own half. We're not sitting very deep. We're not being boxed in by them. We're not even that compact. They're actually a lot more compact than we are. We're really trying to win the ball very high up the pitch and try to turn it over in dangerous areas, which is kind of Tuchel's game plan, you probably would say, but actually we're doing it better than they are. Maybe because we're at home, maybe because we have the crowd behind us. I'm not too sure, but it's also possible that, the Nuno has set up his team in the right way, to do this, where he's put a lot of aggressive box midfielders.
Let's go, Ndombele. Let's go. Let's see what we can do. Oh, he's saucing. That's 2 gone. That's 2 down. Where's he going now?
I'm waiting to see this.
Oh, that's 3. Oh, no, well done, Ndombele.
Take him, Tanguy. Take him. Just show him. Show him the washing machine. Oh, the pace as well from Tanguy. Just show him the washing machine.
That's
lad. What a beautiful, what a sexy beast.
See, that's what we need. If there's no passes on, you need players to be able to drive and then hold on to the ball and get until
the X factor
players into the game. And I like that from Ndombele. More of that now. That's what we want to see. And who's this just holding him off for the crack here? Honestly, making him look like a Barbie doll. Love it. Great pass inside by Højbjerg.
He's also rocking the Miley Cyrus better than any other player.
Get it out to Reguilon. Let's go. Let's go, Reggie.
Come on, Reg.
Let's go, Reggie. He's clean through. There's Kane waiting for it. Why doesn't he shoot? He tries to put it across the Kane. Why doesn't he shoot? He's in. He's in.
Just go. Oh.
Why doesn't he shoot on the left foot? More confidence, son. Oh, Kepa spills it. Oh.
Come on, lads. Got to put these away. You're torturing David here. Torturing me as well.
Oh, Reguilon has to take that on. Take it on, son. Great hold-up play by Son. Oh, what play. Reguilon onside. Look, he has Kane. Why doesn't he shoot, though? Why doesn't he shoot?
Also, did no one see that tackle also put on Dele as well? That was Jesus, ref. Also, that was assault put on Dele.
Oh, he shoots. That's 1-0.
Yeah, he's got to hit that at Kepa. Kepa probably would have parried it to Gio as well. Kepa probably would have parried it to him.
Great run by Reguilon, though. You're right, Marcelo. Making up the ground to get up there, but he should have shot. Let's see what some of the Harris Army are saying. Jude says, look, loving the commentary, lads. Big yourself up, man. Really appreciate that. Derek says, have some on that rent, boys. Yeah, exactly, 100%. James Jarvis says, come on, you Spurs, looking electric today. That we are. Catman Jess says, never mind. Thanks for the answer, guys. Back on now. Oh, no, big up.
Legend, Catman.
That is a horrendous tackle on Dele Alli. That is a yellow card.
Marcel, that was assault, and the referee's not even getting up the card for it.
That's not a yellow card.
Chelsea with a corner. It's gone on the far side all the way to Alonso. Alonso out to Jorginho. Jorginho back to Mount.
Come on, Gio, press him here.
Oh, it's a good switch of play, I have to say.
This is where it's
Chelsea cutting in. He's gone for the shot. Well blocked. Well blocked, Dele Alli. Great defending. Oh, well done, Romero. Oh, he just holds him off and plays us out of trouble. Well held up. Let's go. Kane on the ball. Son's breaking. What's he going to do? He plays it to Emerson. Emerson plays it in behind for Sonny. He has the pace.
Come on,
and Kevin
Sonny.
just comes out at the end of the area. Unlucky. Great play by Tottenham. We are absolutely saucing. Jack Nick says Tanguy jerk sauce in effect.
Always the jerk sauce. Believe me, Nick.
What a pass. Was that from Emerson?
Yeah, might have been. There's no sexier jerk sauce in the world, Nick. There's no sexier jerk sauce in the world. It's just slowly cooked, slowly spinned. You know, it's handmade as well. The Tanguy jerk sauce. It's honestly no better jerk sauce in the world.
I'll tell you this, that was an excellent attempt from Emerson. Excellent attempt.
It was. Great defending there again. Brilliant play. He's looking good today, I have to say. What's the story? The lad, he says, this is our first 11. The men's team. No winks. Yeah, 100%. I couldn't agree more. Look, the guy's an absolute shambolic. Anytime he plays, the result is negative. So I couldn't agree more. You know, a real men's team full of aggression, pace, and power, and that's what we want to see. None of this Harry Winks, twinkle toes. Well, he thinks he's twinkle toes. William Kelly with the super chat, Jack. He says Reggie should have had a go.
Yeah, he definitely should have. I think David was, totally right. He just should have maybe thought for himself there. And also, I would say, you want to put a shot on Kepa there because then Kepa might even, parry it maybe poorly to one of our players just to follow in for a tap in, for a rebound. So he probably should have gone about it that way. Maybe even could have tried to, kind of trick Kepa, give him the eyes or something as well. Maybe go for a near post. But yeah, totally agree, William. He definitely should have gone for it there and maybe make kind of test Kepa a bit more.
Yeah, William, Jesus. I don't know what he was. Look, William, I agree with Jack. I would have went across Kepa or smashed it near post. This guy is absolutely shit. Just take the shot on goal. He'll end up parrying it of some sort, my man. But big up William Kelly. Really appreciate the support. Absolute legend. Ball across the box. That's poor by Reguilon. Another ball into Lukaku and well dealt with by Romero or Dyer, and he's absolutely screaming at Emerson Royale. Not let that ball come across. Absolutely screaming at him. I love to see it, though, to be fair. Dark Son G with the super chat. Marcelo, we'll let you answer this one. He says, this is why we need Son to play. He changes the team.
Yeah, he does. He's what Sonny brings is pace, energy. He also brings in, he opens up spaces for Kane. He opens up spaces for attack. And that's why they're the best two duos. We said this many times, even in our Kane versus Sonny debates. We need them both together.
Which may I add, I'm actually changing my mind on a little. I fully understand the Son thing.
Yeah, because without him, we just lack energy, man. We just lack
good
energy.
Tackle, Tanguy.
Attacking flair. He just brings it all, man. Yeah, sure, he doesn't get the amount of goals as Kane does, but he's just as important as Harry Kane on the attack. Harry Kane does not shine without Sonny.
Harry Kane needs legs in around him, Marcelo. He needs legs in around him.
He does. Yeah. And Sonny brings him the legs, brings him the dribbling, brings him the space that he needs. And same thing, Sonny is not the best at, distributing. You know what I mean? Kane has the know-how. He has, we need them both. Them both together is, key for us to having success.
Lukaku, good hold-up play, Jack. This is exactly what we were showing him on stats with Jack last night. Lukaku getting across, doing the hold-up play. Playing it back to, I think it was Havertz, and Havertz having
Christensen, actually, Dave. It was actually double stats with Jack. It was double stats with Jack. It was the progressive carry made by the center back, which was Christensen in that case, and then it was also the hold-up play right at the top of the 18 by Lukaku. It was actually double stats with Jack animation at once. It's a little scary, actually, I will admit.
No, it is. And look, to be honest with you, if Christensen would have opened his eyes up early, he had someone out on what would be Chelsea's left-hand side to be able to play in there, and he didn't see the pass, which I'm happy about. But big up Dark Son G and William Kelly for the support. I really do appreciate it. Everyone else, guys, feel free to get in a super chat and help me and Jack on our journey through YouTube. And Marcelo, David says, absolutely facts, Marcelo. He says, you need to drop the mic, walk out the room and come back again. Big up, David. Really appreciate that, my man. Sue Smith says, come on, you Spurs. David says, let's go, Sonny. Ronan O'Donnell says, Marcelo, when you are speaking, could you put the microphone on your headphones down because we can barely hear you? Look, Ronan, I can hear him perfectly fine, my man.
I'm not using my mic. I'm using my stand-up mic.
Yeah, I
can hear you perfectly, Marcel. I don't even have you turned up very high either. Yeah, I think.
Ronan, look, Ronan's just being picky because Liverpool are top of the league. Don't mind him. Big up Ronan, my man. Sue Smith says, hashtag Harris Army, Ken the long shot, loving the fight and the aggression. This is how we should be playing. Those on the bench need to take notes. No, look, 100%. I agree. Look, and I've said this already. If we're not going to be able to compete on a footballing level with the likes of City and all, then we need to be the most lean, mean, aggressive team in town. And, steamroll teams that way, be fitter than them and just absolutely battle for everything. And you will pick up results doing that. You really will. Plus, we do have some ballers to mix in with that. You have lean, mean, aggressive players in and around Son, in and around Kane, probably in and around Ndombele. I know my old lad's turning off now because we're talking about Ndombele, but in and around Ndombele, you know what I mean? And let them do the saucing. Then I think we definitely have something to get behind. I fully agree, Kane the long shot. Big yourself up, my man.
David, let me tell you this. We'll probably pick up more points if we play front foot, aggressive football than we do by playing, laid back, 11 men behind the ball football.
But you know what, Marcelo? Look, if we could strike a perfect balance between the two, because there is times, look, if we start out on the aggressive, right, and we're playing well, and look, we're battering the door down and we're still only 1-0 up and we... You know what I mean? And look, the last 10, the team's coming on to us. Then, okay, you can get behind sitting back for the last 10 trying to get behind. I fully agree. Yeah. But I do agree. Look, I want to see us on the front foot. Be aggressive. Get at teams. Get in and amongst them. Make us hard to play against. Make them think twice about taking an extra touch on the ball because they don't want to be tackled. Well, David, get on the front foot and get fucking at them.
Well, David, the thing is, I'm not an unreasonable man. I understand that when we play against, the teams like City, against these teams, we're not going to create, as many chances. I'm not an unreasonable man, but I don't want us to just create chances. Like, I don't want us to create 2 chances a game. You know what I mean? That's unacceptable. We need it like, we're already creating more chances this game than the whole Premier League campaign. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like we need to start creating chances. We need to start going at it. In football, like, for example, Chelsea is now getting momentum. That's when you sit back, you're strong as a team, and you're like, all right, suck that momentum out. Then, you weathered that storm, and right now, we go back at it, front foot football. You know what I mean? I agree with you, David. I agree with you. Football is all about a balance. Sometimes you need to defend, sometimes you need to attack. But the shit we've been doing has not been attacking, bro. It's been defending.
No, I agree. But like, do you know what it is, right? There is signs there that like, look, if you're looking at it, right, and we will talk about the 3-1 nils. Look, for just before we do get into the super chat, sorry guys. Look, for me, you look at the 3-1 nils, right? You take positives from that. Okay, we would have crumbled last season. We're fitter than what we are last season, and we held out. So you take positives from that, but we're creating less chances than last season. And that's the problem. If we can strike a fine balance where we can keep holding out everything and getting on the front foot and creating more chances, we can have a real crack this year. We really can have a real crack. I'm not saying we're going to win the league, but we can have a right crack at top 4. We really can. And I firmly believe that if we can strike the balance of creating the chances and still holding out defensively. Look, Palace was poor. It was piss poor. But let's hope it was only one game. Hopefully it was kind of like the wake-up call that we needed, and we got it early in the season. That's what I say. William Kelly says, Ndombele looks up for this one, and we could look much better team with him in this mood. Well, look, Jack, you're a big Tanguy a Tanguy Cyrus fan, so look, take it away. What would you say to William Kelly?
Yeah, Indom sex ball, Dave. That's what he is, because he's absolute sex on the ball, in my opinion, Tanguy. Even, his Instagram post, the La Fente, as the hashtag La Fente, Dave, he had me caught my feelings. I had to create my own Tanguy jerk sauce, because of it. I will say, he's one of the sexiest men on the planet in the way that he plays. That's all I got to say. He's just one of the sexiest boys on the planet.
Oh, good defending. Great defending by Romero. That's why we bought him. Great defending.
And he's honestly rocking the Miley Cyrus better than anybody I've ever seen, Dave.
I'm not going to lie. Romero has been looking superb.
He has. I love to see bodies on the line back there. Oh, it's a deep ball in. Oh, how did he miss Havertz? How did he miss? Just over the head of Romelu Lukaku. Romelu Lukaku flew himself at that. If he made connection, that was in. There's nothing you can do. But Havertz at the back post should have absolutely buried it.
Very dangerous, I will say. Havertz is very tall, and he actually is quite aggressive in the air, Havertz. And it actually is kind of, it's almost 2 actually quite tall, kind of strikers, you would say, up top sometimes, having Lukaku to deal with. And then Havertz, who's actually taller than the majority of defenders anyways, surprisingly. So
Brett,
it is
hold up.
actually a bit
Harry Kane.
dangerous.
Oh, referee. No, I'm sorry. I want a card. Honestly, you can't keep letting them.
About time there needs to be a card.
It's not SmackDown, okay? You know, that was on last month. It's what is going on here? About time the referee blowed up. William Kelly, really appreciate the super chat, my man. And yeah, look, Ndombele, he does look
okay.
in the mood.
And now they're just shoving over Højbjerg as well. Jesus, ref. It's not, again. What is the point of advantage there if you're just going to let them assault us every time, ref?
Every time in a counter, these guys are tackling us.
Højbjerg, you better be telling him right now.
It's part of the rules. Every time you break up play during a counter, it's a yellow
dirty
card.
Mason Mount as well.
It's a yellow card. What?
Dirty Mason Mount as well.
They're just having a field day. The referee needs to put a stop to this and start dishing out cards. He needs to get control of this derby game.
Oh, and now they just shot down Gio's. Referee's not even turning his back on it. Jesus, ref. You got to pay attention. The game's in front of you.
This fucking ref, man.
Put him on the counter-attack. Play him. Son's in. Sonny, he just took a heavy touch. Just couldn't think it over.
Dave, you got to tell them to finish these.
What play. I have to say, who broke the line here?
Referee's also getting dragged as well.
Ndombele with a great ball into Kane. Kane into Son, and Son just a heavy touch. Unlucky. Or Lo Celso into Son.
Oh, what a pass by Tom.
Just couldn't get the dink over the keeper. Unlucky.
It's got to be a better touch. Actually, it wasn't a horrible touch. It was a decent touch.
I think Sonny should have played it to Kane.
Just couldn't.
Tried to touch it with his right, maybe.
I have to say,
that almost went through his legs. That almost went through his legs.
Better.
What I will say, though, is, guys, right, we are creating chances, but for me, we have to
bury these. No, we got to bury these. These are clear-cut chances.
Hold on. Alonso is holding him back. Like, what the fuck is this, man?
That's what I'm saying, Marcel. Glad you caught that. He was holding him back. He was dragging him.
It's like the queue for McDonald's after a night out. You know, people want to be first in line to get the Big Mac and get back to bed. It's ridiculous. You can't be assaulting people like that. Absolutely ridiculous. Carry on.
Watch our first tackle, David. No, watch this now. I will wager this with you. Our first bad foul we get, they're gonna give us a yellow card. If that ref doesn't give us a yellow card on our first bad tackle, I will donate you $5 of super chat. I'm telling you, the first bad tackle we make, this guy is gonna bring out.
He's gonna be right on it, Marcelo. He's gonna be right on it.
Just watch.
William Kelly, though, saying Ndombele looks up for this one. We look much better team, with him in this mood. I absolutely agree, William.
What I will say is, look, even that pass that Ndombele made to cut that Chelsea midfield apart into Lo Celso, who then in turn played in Sonny. I have to say, only Ndombele in that midfield is capable of playing that pass. Yeah. And big up, William Kelly.
He knew that it was there before it was even there. He was just ready to play it.
Great defending by Emerson. And Lloris comes out and claims it. And look, I would almost give Lukaku a yellow for that. He clearly trying to obstruct Lloris there. Lloris with a quick fire ball straight up to Sonny. Unlucky Sonny trying to compete. Unlucky.
Okay, ref.
Nearly got onto the breaking ball. Faz Radfar says, no regret for not watching TV. You guys are better. Faz, my man, I really, really do appreciate it, lad. Look, I'll be honest with you. Look, these watch-alongs, they're not for... we're not trying to be professional at, and it's literally just sit back, chill out, vibe, and watch the game and enjoy it all together. Whoever wants to enjoy it. So really appreciate it, Faz. Everyone, make sure you keep smashing that like button, keep smashing that subscribe button if you're new, and keep getting them super chats in, guys. It is a great way to keep supporting myself and Jack.
See, you're right, Marcelo. See, Marcus Alonso, he goes down in the same way Emerson's gone down this whole game, and apparently Emerson needs a talking to.
He's going to get a yellow card. He's going to give him, if he gives him a yellow card.
Okay, ref, there's... What did he untie his shoelaces with that tackle? I'm just a bit confused, ref. Maybe did he cut open the shoelaces? I'm a bit confused here. What is the foul?
All right, he didn't give the yellow card, so I guess I'll have to.
But apparently Emerson needs a talking to, Marcelo. But the whole time Alonso's been doing that, he hasn't needed one talking to. It's honestly, it's just. Do
you know what it is? I think they highlighted something from maybe the City game and the Wolves game. Referee, get out the way! Jesus Christ, Paul Tierney, what are you doing? What is he doing? Absolute clown. Jesus Christ, get out the way. Tango was about to serve up some jerk sauce on some chicken wings there, and he just gets in the way. What an idiot. Faz Radfar says, big up Marcelo.
Fantastic defending by Paul Tierney.
Tottenham Tantrum says, if we win today, we'll be back into the top three. I absolutely love it, Dermot. Jude says, totally agree with you, Dave. Appreciate that, my man. Adam says, Endom Sex Ball, best nickname. He's loving it. J-Back Game.
That's him at his best versus burgers. He can be a burger, regardless. He's still going to be a burger, but he is Endom Sex Ball.
Nice takedown by Dele Alli.
He's had a good game today.
Oh, well done, Kane. Well done. Well done. He's saucing. Let's go. Well won back by Harry Kane. Let Højbjerg on the ball. Højbjerg to Ndombele. Ndombele goes back
just
to Dyer.
squeezes him, sandwiches him. Oh, that's a beautiful pass by
Højbjerg
Harry. That
dropping
is a
deep on the
beautiful
ball.
pass.
I have to say, guys, I love the way Højbjerg drops deep in to receive the ball and allows Reguilon to push on the outside of him.
He's actually, you're right, Dave.
It means we are protecting that side then when he does bomb forward. I really like that, Jack.
No, you're right. He's been covering that left side for Reggie, allowing him to go forward when he wants to. You're actually well spotted, Dave. Well spotted.
David, regardless of the result today, I will still say we should play this lineup. We should play this lineup whenever we can.
What is that? Who is that idiot?
I don't know.
But you just approach. Great ball in by Ndombele. All he has to do is make a 5-yard pass, and he can't do it.
Oh, that was Reggie. That's
sorry, Marcelo, to cut you off. Sorry, Marcelo, to cut you off there.
No, that's a poor pass.
But I agree with you. I agree with you. Look, regardless of the result, I would like to see this lineup going forward. I really would, I have to say.
Well tackled by Tongi. Well done, Tongs.
It's showing positivity. It's showing. It's producing. We're actually enjoying this game. Like a lot of Spurs fans thought we were going to come here and get spanked today, but we're actually sitting here enjoying this game, and it's because we're playing on the front foot. But what I will say is these counterattacks by Chelsea, we do look a bit open, and that's why I'm getting a bit nervous, and I do want to take one of our chances.
But that's the risk. But David, that's the risk you got to take to win.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
that's the risk you got to take to win. I mean, every big team does it. Risking to win is also risking to fail. You fail to win. I'm okay with this. Sure. On the occasion, we're gonna get punished for playing a high line, but fuck it, man. Our attitude shouldn't be like, we should worry about what they can do. We need to do what we can do, bro. We can hurt teams.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. No, what I mean is, I would maybe like one of the midfielders to maybe come in and sit in that middle to maybe just maybe close up that little bit of a gap that they have to counter in. But no, I agree with you. Like, obviously, we are going to be left open going forward. But I would just like one of them midfielders to maybe just sit in front of them centre backs and just protect it that little bit more.
I think Romero's had a superb game today.
He's been brilliant. I have to say, he's been absolutely brilliant.
I can't believe how good.
But Marcelo as well, though. When you were giving Emerson that that bit of talking to, he seems to have been listening to you as well. Emerson's been kind of slowly growing into the game as well.
I texted him on Twitter. I spoke to him in Portuguese.
Come on, Deli. Can't be out-muscled like that. Nick says Tangai's already looking tired. Kane the long shot says Tangai is gassed. And Dan N says, agreed, Marcelo, but I'd like to see Sanchez over Dyer and a natural winger over Lo Celso. I have to say, I've actually been okay. I've actually been happy enough with Lo Celso today.
I think Lo Celso's created our two best chances.
Yeah.
So far. I think he's been good. He's almost been playing like that Eriksen role where he'll play on the right, but he'll really just be an attacking midfielder.
Right. That's actually a good call, actually. That actually is a good call.
Kuva99 says the passing and the movement is back. The returning players have all made a massive difference. I just jinxed Reguilon by typing. Oops. Ken the long shot says, regardless of the results, this is a good game. This is how we should play, win or lose. Live by the sword, die by the sword, 100%.
Tackle by Deli there.
Whoever is that, I know you do this, David. Whoever is that, but I personally give him my comment of the day.
No,
live by the sword, die by the sword. That's how we should be playing, bro. You know what I mean? The samurai code, bro. You know what I mean? We're Tottenham Hotspurs. We're warriors, bro. We're not like some we're not some like cowards. That hide in the back.
Yeah.
That's how Chelsea used to play, man. You know what I mean? 11 men behind the back. Like, that's not the Tottenham way, man.
Yeah.
Get it out of there, Jesus. Goal kick to Tottenham. Love it. Dele Alli playing tricks in his box. He's giving me a heart attack. Lazy S says, agree, Marcelo. This is the best we've looked under Nuno. Who else have we got here? We've got Sean O'Callaghan. Says, what would the lads think about switching Dele and Lo Celso? I'd like to see Dele closer to goal. He's not as impactful when he doesn't get in the box. From Newbridge, living in Vietnam. My man, I'm actually living in Newbridge from Kilcullen. Big yourself up, man. I hope you're enjoying yourself out in Vietnam. Let me know what made you go out there. But look, Jack, do you want to answer Shawnee here?
Yeah, Sean, let us know if you're close to Hanoi or any major city in Vietnam. I think it's Ho Chi Minh and Hanoi are the two major cities I know. So do let us know. That's very fascinating. I know that's fantastic food over there too. Unbelievable food over there. So do let me know. He's probably got a good spice tolerance, Dave, Sean, now being over there. It's really good food, but definitely. I would say, to be honest, I would actually rather keep keep Lo Celso where he is. He's able to track back and help the team a bit more. He's also maybe a bit better forward than Dele, just because he's a bit pacier than Dele, because Dele has really lost pace, I would say, especially what we saw. Mason Mount kind of burned him there, what you saw earlier, Dave, in terms of pace. And as well, Dele Alli's been, as much as maybe people don't like to see it, who are the Dele fans, he's practically been our best kind of defensive box-to-box player. He's been unbelievable. He has more pressures, than any other player on our team. He's brilliant. So I would say just keep Dele where he is. Let him be able to track back and, play some defensive work. Just let Dele do what he's been doing all season. Don't change anything.
Can I just say 100%. Something? I love how Romero just goes into the midfield and just makes a tackle like he's a central midfielder, man.
Yeah, he's in Saigon. Very cool.
This guy is like incredible.
I love to see it. Yeah. But you know what it is, Marcelo? That's because he's always proactive. He's not waiting for things to happen. He's not reactive. He's proactive. And look, that's what we talked about Skip coming into the team, Højbjerg in the team even last year. But these players are proactive. They want to go and get the ball. They want to make things happen. They don't sit back and wait for things to happen, which is what we want to see. And I'm absolutely loving it. And Romero, Jack, or Marcelo, I don't know if you watched the second leg against Pacos de Ferreira. The madman was running up with the ball and got took out, and he ended up giving a free kick against him. But he was nearly 3-2 on goal. He's absolutely a lunatic. I love to see it.
I know. I saw it. I just love how he just does. I mean, that is. I'm just gonna say this. That is South American football right there. The way we play is like everybody's an attacker. Even the defenders have to do an attacking role, and I just absolutely love it. That's why I love Pochettino. That's why I love like the Bielsas. It's like the mindset is just always proactive, and I absolutely love players like that, man.
No, 100%.
Looked like Tanguy got a deep cut to the eye by somebody. I didn't see who cut him, but yeah, it looks actually a bit. That must be actually quite annoying. I've been in that, especially when I played basketball a lot. That can happen a lot. It's very, very frustrating.
Yeah, no.
I think a nail must have caught him in the eye or something like that.
It's a painful one, that's for sure. Jack, Sean O'Callaghan's, he says he's in Saigon and he's saying he's teaching English there since 2013.
That's very cool, Sean. That's very cool. And also, thank you for it's a very nice thing of you to do. Hopefully you enjoy yourself over in Vietnam. I'm pretty sure your students are very grateful for you, Sean, but absolutely. It's very fascinating. And do let me know what the food is like. I bet it's absolutely delicious. It's making my stomach kind of rattle, Dave. I love a good pho. I love just honestly anything Vietnamese. It's absolutely delicious food.
No, I'll be honest with you. I'm not that adventurous. I stick to what I know, Jack.
You would like a pho, Dave. You would like a pho. Believe me, you really would like it. It's just like a brothy soup. It's like a beef kind of broth soup. It's nice and just tasty. It's delicious. It's also really cheap as well.
Nice. What's the story? Says Ndombele coming off, injured his eyelash. Absolutely love it. Dan Hen says can't believe a 0-0 would actually suit Chelsea. Sam Way says thoughts on Wilshere return to Arsenal. Yeah, they're just trying to relive the glory days. I'm not getting into that. He's an absolute.
It's all for the documentary, Dave. It's all for Amazon. Yeah. It's all Amazon moves.
Look, Jack Wilshere, he's an absolute spoon. He's a complete idiot. Dark Sun G, Marcelo, don't you love the passion of this team? I haven't seen this type of fight in a long time. Last season we weren't like this. I remember you raged.
No, absolutely. I mean,
and rightly so, may I add.
Yeah. No, and I was raging this season when we were playing negative football. I've people saying that, I wake up 6 a.m, David, 6 a.m. every day to watch our team play. I sneak my phone, and when I work,
Gio has to see that pass to Sonny earlier. He's got to see that pass earlier.
Bro, I take my risk from my job just to watch us play, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I will hide it under a computer, and I'll just like stand there, pretend. You know what I mean? Like pretend I'm doing work, bro. You know what I mean? But like, I don't do that just to watch us play 11 man behind the ball and play 0-0 versus Brighton or Crystal Palace. Or, like I want to see my team go out there and try to win, bro. I'm a Tottenham fan, bro. I can stomach a loss. You're not a Tottenham fan for 10 years without being able to stomach a loss or stomach disappointment, bro. I'm used to disappointment, But one thing I'm not used to is playing shit, back to the wall football, bro. That's not one thing I'm not used to. That's something I can't say. I remember the Redknapp days, Pochettino days, the glory days, bro. Well, we used to just play some liquid football, man. Win or lose, it was a game.
What do you say then, Marcelo, to the fans who kind of to a degree almost want to be proven right then in terms of, the negative football, or, it's like they want to see the team lose, just so that they can feel that way, where, they can kind of conclude that, we're playing this way and it doesn't work for this reason. Do you feel like, though, at the same time, you kind of have to support the team no matter what, even when it does look bleak?
No, look.
It's halftime here. Just quickly, it's halftime. It's 0-0. Come on, you Spurs. What a fucking first.
They're absolutely a very interesting comment to say. I really do agree. Chelsea are the ones who are probably thanking themselves for be going into this 0-0. I would say, Dave, since you're the one that's a bit ahead, you need to be telling the boys, since you're actually more in time with them, to finish some of these chances, because we've had very good clear-cut chances that we probably should have done a bit better with. Either could have been a better touch, in Reggie's case, could have been more aggressive. But we definitely need to take advantage of some of these chances before Chelsea does.
No, we definitely do. I definitely do. And look, I'm definitely going to have a word with them. But just back to Dark Song G's super chat, and just maybe to kind of bounce off Marcelo on this quickly. Look, last season, I'll be honest with you, I could see what we were doing because our squad was just so shit. So, in a way, I could see what we were doing, and I tolerated it last season. This season, this is what I want to see, is the way we're playing against Chelsea. And that's what I want to see. And the reason why I won't tolerate it as much this year, or nowhere near to the levels that I have done last year, is because simply we've got rid of 8 of the deadwood of this squad. We've brought in competition for places, and we do now have the players that are capable, that have balls, and we do have game changers from the bench. So it is a bit different this year compared to last season. Last season, we were relying on Harry Winks, Ben Davies most weeks. We had Sissoko who can't control the ball, Aurier who can't control the ball. The right back position was between Aurier and Doherty already. Emerson's come in, and we just look so much more capable. So this year, I don't think any Spurs fan should have to sit back and tolerate shit football. I'll be honest with you, because we do have the players. Whereas last year, you could probably, like I was saying, I could see what we were doing because of just the pure idiots we had at the club. But Dark Song G, my man, I really appreciate the support, my man. Really, really do appreciate it. Absolute top man.
People are flooding in now, Dave. People are flooding in to get a bit of that halftime, vibes from the boys here, just to get that, maybe even that, halftime motivation pump up, Dave. So everybody, welcome into the building. If you are new to the Irish Hotspur here, please drop a subscribe to that very shiny red button below. Drop the Irish People's elbow. Drop a bit of that Harry Kane elbow on Mason Mount. That's exactly what we want you to do here. But if anybody is new to the building, please hit that subscribe so you don't miss another watch along like this one.
No, 100%.
In my opinion, it's also entertainment. I took entertainment for granted.
Yes.
When Mourinho came in, I was like, I don't care. I don't care how we play. Just give me a trophy. I'm not going to lie. If playing like that, means winning a trophy, I don't really like... I don't know if I could stand it. You know what I mean, man? It's
no, look, I think we all sold our soul to the devil last year, or, under Jose. We were willing to tolerate what he was doing because we really thought he'd be able to produce a trophy. That's where I was at on it, Marcelo. Like, look, we all sold our soul to the devil, but, you do it once and you get burnt, so we won't be doing it again. Isn't that right, Marcelo?
No, absolutely. And I said it when Mourinho got sacked. I will never go... And you can look back in this video. I said I will never go against our football culture ever again. We are an attacking team. We play the Hotspur way. We're known for that for a reason. That is our identity. We can't go against it. And if a manager, whoever comes in, goes against our identity, I don't want him in my club. I just don't want him. Unfortunately. So Nuno has made the right adjustments. I hope he just sticks with it.
Yeah, definitely so.
I'm big up that G for the support, my man. But look, Jack, Dan N, and I'll throw this one at you, my man. You can answer this one. He says, thoughts on Kane playing out wide. Sonny looks great down the middle, but would like to see Harry get a bit more involved in the Chelsea box. Jack, what's your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I mean, it is kind of funny. We have been seeing him out on the left side, probably supporting Reggie to a degree as well. Even he's taken in throw-ins at times, which is kind of funny, I will admit. It's kind of like, the Harry Kane, corners for England kind of days, you might say. But I would say I don't think he's necessarily drifting too far out wide. I think he's just drifting out wide just so he can play Sonny through the middle. If you give Sonny more space to be able to get him behind that defense, considering it is 3 in the back, David, you actually do want Sonny to practically have as much green grass ahead of him as you want. And Harry Kane, he's always been kind of cutting insides towards the middle anyway. He looks like he wants to cut inside every time. And if he's able to pull it off, then he can put that good ball in behind for Sonny. So I would say it's actually a bit of he is drifting out wide, but I think it's actually a very clever play because it allows him to actually see the pitch a bit better when he cuts inside. He actually has the whole pitch in front of him to either spray a ball to switch play or to hit Sonny in behind, like I said. And, as well, having as much green grass and Sonny has been having, I think is only good for us because that means one of these passes and one of these touches that Sonny takes will be perfect and he'll be able to bang one in for us.
What I will say to add to that as well is, look, I'll be honest with you, Dan. Let me tell you why I would actually keep it the same. Because Ndombele in midfield has the pass to be able to search out for Harry Kane. Harry Kane then, which is getting us up to towards their final third. Harry Kane is the decoy. He's getting the ball. And Son is staying in and around the middle and creating absolute havoc. And the reason why it's working is because Thiago Silva doesn't want to be running back towards his own goal. Neither does Christensen or Rudiger. They'd be happy to have Harry Kane up there and have everything in front of them. They don't want to be turned and gone in behind. And Son's absolutely doing it, and he's creating havoc. And look, it's absolutely working to perfection. Kane is dropping a bit deeper. To me, I think Kane is more or less playing kind of all over that kind of middle. He's like more in a cam role to me, it seems, and he's just dropping up into spaces to pick up the ball. Ndombele is feeding him. Kane's getting on the ball. Kane's feeding Son, and Son's turning and putting Chelsea where they don't want to do. And it's also working for the press as well because we're not giving them any time to settle on the ball and pass or build up anything from the back. So, it's
Sonny also presses better in the middle, Dave. He presses, if you allow him to press more and you kind of let Harry Kane just press certain areas of the pitch, which I think Harry Kane probably prefers, to just be asked, hey, Harry Kane, whenever it moves to this side, to Azpilicueta's side, it seems, Harry Kane will be on him, but then Sonny's kind of responsible for the rest of it. So I think it's actually quite clever, I would say, by Nuno, especially if you want to do press high. You can't have Harry Kane leading the press if he's going to be in the middle if you are pressing high. It needs to be someone quick, very hardworking like Sonny.
Yeah, no, it has to be. It's crucial. But big up, Dan, and really appreciate the support, my man. Kev Williams says, hi, lads. Lo Celso looks like he doesn't have a clue. Marcelo, what would you say to Kev Williams? He's saying Lo Celso doesn't have a clue what he's doing.
Honestly, that's pretty harsh on Lo Celso.
He's pressing well, too.
I felt like his pressing has been well, and I felt like the two best chances that we created came up from him. Yeah. He was the one that fed Sonny that ball. If Sonny gets his first touch right, that's a goal. You know what I mean? I mean, that's all on Sonny. That's not Lo Celso, and I love Sonny. You know what I mean? But yeah, Sonny should have done better with that first touch. And I thought the ball that he gave to Emerson, who made that cross, and Thiago Silva, I mean, he had to, do very well to get that ball out. I mean, if he messes that up even a bit, that's a goal for Spurs. So I disagree. I don't think Lo Celso has been out of depth. I think Dele at times has looked a little bit too. I don't know, like whenever it's static in the yes, that's the word, in the final third. I think defensively, Dele has actually been very good, but in the final third, he's just been too. He's like he doesn't know what to do with the ball. While I felt like Lo Celso has been way better than Dele.
Yeah, no, I'd agree. I actually think Lo Celso has been better than Dele Alli. Good observation there, lads.
Big up Dan and big up Kev Williams, big up Dark Sun G.
Yeah, big yourselves up, guys. And William Kelly as well, big yourselves up, my man. He says, good first half, much better team performance and much more balanced team. Not so defensive and much more attack and play. Look, William Kelly, I'll take this one, my man. Look, first of all, I think it's been a very good first half. And the reason why I want to take this, because it's going to lead me on to a question I want to put to the panel and you guys out there as well. We want your answers. He says, good first half, much better team performance and much more balanced team. Yeah, it's look, I'll be happy. I'll be honest with you. I'm actually ecstatic with the first half because I was expecting us just to be chasing shadows. I'll be honest with you. Maybe get one attack out of it. Maybe, but I was expecting us just keep kicking the ball back to Chelsea and Chelsea just wave after wave after wave. And the fact that we've kept them 0-0 till half time, I think there's a lot of positives to take from it. And I'm absolutely delighted because it's nice to see us dominating a game against Chelsea rather than us chasing around the ball and then just bollocking us out all the time. So I'm absolutely delighted with the first half. I'll be honest, I think there's a lot of positives. Not so defensive, no, and a great attack and play. And look, that 100%. If we can keep a core of Kane, Lo Celso, Son, of course, and Ndombele, and keep them in that team, that's your creativity problem solved, in my opinion.
And David, that's what I was saying in the Will Stewart show. I told Will this. I was like, and if we end up winning this game, well, you better watch out, bro, because I'm going to come in that late night show. I'm going to give it to you, bro. Because, you know what I mean? The man was telling me we couldn't play attacking players against Crystal Palace with the players that we got. Bro, You know what I mean? This is Tottenham. We're a top 6 club. 26 trophies, bro. 26 trophies. We cannot be playing on the back foot against these smaller teams. Against the bigger teams, if you need to make the tactical adjustments, I understand. But like, it's like you said, David. I fully expected us. I thought we are going to be just chasing ghosts this game. I thought we are just chasing the ball, and it's so refreshing to see us actually on the ball. And because recently it has been hard being a Tottenham fan. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna open up. I've never, as a young kid, I've never missed a Tottenham game. It wasn't until Mourinho and Nuno that I missed, some Spurs games where I just said, you know what, like, it's not worth, risking my job for this. You know what I mean? It's not worth waking up at 6 a.m. just to watch this shit. It's just getting brutal.
It is. It was, honestly. And the thing is, like, I feel guilty for selling my soul to the devil in a way, like, willing to tolerate, shit football to try and get a trophy and that. Look, it nearly worked out, but look, I agree with Marcelo. So I don't think it's something I'll do again. Look, at the end of the day, look, I'm just delighted to see us with, really on top in this game, and hopefully, because it gives us a lot of confidence going into the Chelsea or into the North London derby as well. William Kelly says 100% agree, guys. Really appreciate that, William. Top man, my man. Honestly, we really do appreciate your support. I would love to get you on a fan show one of the days. And we have 130 in the house right now, guys. Hopefully you all stay with us for the second half. Look, it's not a professional watch along or anything like that. We just three friends that chill out and just enjoy the game together, and anyone else who wants to enjoy it with us. But guys, make sure you are smashing that like button. Make sure you are smashing the subscribe button if you are new. And guys, get the super chats in. It is a great way to help support me and Jack. And you skip the queue and get to the very top of the chat, and we will answer your questions. But look, I'm going to pass this over I'm going to give a question here to Jack and Marcelo, and I want you guys in the comments to answer it as well. And I'm just going to bop out because I'm just going to get a drink. My throat is getting dry. But look, I'll pass it on to you, Jack, and you can take it from there for 2 minutes. But Jack, look, for me and Marcelo, I'll be very interested to get Marcelo's answer too, because look, a lot of people are saying, look, if we were shit this game, they want Nuno out regardless, and there's already a lot of people calling for Nuno. But do you think, even if we do lose this game, like say 1-0, and we've really had a crack and we've played well, does it give you confidence that we can fix this and we can be a team to be reckoned with this season in terms of trying to get top four and winning most weeks and having a goal most weeks? And especially you, Marcelo, would you be willing to maybe give him a bit more of a chance now if we play like this for the whole game? But look, we'll get Jack's answer. We'll leave Marcelo still in there for a minute, and then we'll let Marcelo answer. I'll be back in 1 minute. And everyone in the comments, get your answers in as well.
I think this has honestly been, kind of the answer that a lot of the Nuno out brigade kind of has practically wanted. This is what they've been asking for, and even a lot of the Nuno out brigade has even said, listen, we'd be willing to lose as long as this is what we're watching, as long as this is how we play. And, I'm kind of getting more and more convinced, by it, I will say, especially if this is actually how we play. It is a lot more satisfying. It's a lot more entertaining. Believe me, it's definitely, gives you better feelings as well, better vibes. It's honestly you have a bit more pride, as well, watching your team play this way. So I am kind of getting convinced by it. And then I would say this is exactly what a lot of the Nuno out brigade, has actually been demanding. And is that too much to ask? Probably not, with the way it's been, been looking recently. And probably before I hand it off to Marcelo on this one, I just, maybe this is kind of what we have to realize is, it's only been practically a month of the season that has passed. He's had a lot of injuries. He's had a lot of difficulty to even gel the squad together. There's been a lot of things that have kind of gone against his way, Nuno. And maybe this is particularly, especially for home matches, this might be actually the type of play style that he really does want to play. And it's possible he just hasn't had the opportunity to do it yet. And so, Marcelo, what do you think of that? Is this basically, all we've been asking for?
That's all I've been asking for, at least. I haven't been asking for much. People think I'm asking for a lot.
No, the way you put it today has not been much.
I literally, at the beginning of the season, I said, I was arguing with David. I said, we're not going to get top four. I don't expect us to get. If we get top six, I'm okay with that. We're not going to win a trophy. I already know that. And people calling me negative, but I'm just being realistic. You know what I mean? But all I ask for is for us to have a style and to play on the front foot. Try to go at games and win. Just to have that mentality again. That's all I ask. And with me, if Nuno continues playing like this, if we lose today to Chelsea, I'm not going to be Nuno out. I'm not going to blame. Like, I thought Nuno set up the team very well. I thought we played very well. I thought we're creating chances in the first half. Let's hope we continue it in the second half, right? But I thought we were playing some positive football, man.
Do you think it buys him more time also playing this way? So, right, if a lot of people have said if he continues to play this negative football and he loses, it only adds further pressure and further kind of negative sentiment towards him. But if he were to, let's say, not get the points that he wanted from a game like this, but we continue to play this way, Marcel, it actually weirdly buys him more time or more respect.
Absolutely. And Jack, you're in the Spurs group chat with me. I was fuming at that Crystal Palace and that Reigns result with the way we played. I was fuming, and I was completely flabbergasted by the performance, and I thought we were absolute jokes in those games. But and I told Will Stewart this: if we played against Palace attacking football, right, and we lost 1-0 or even 3-0, right, I would have been a little bit better, saying, what, at least we went for it, we lost, it is what it is,
Marcelo, just quickly, do you reckon you were maybe upset more at the Palace result because he had the players to play a more attacking approach? I know we had injuries, but he didn't start Brian Hill. Do you think that's what maybe upset you more about the Palace game?
Absolutely. And the fact that when we got the red card and he put on Ben Davies, by the way, Ben Davies, you're trying to hold on to win against Ben Davies, bro. You know what I mean? It's career suicide. You have Ben Davies, Winks, and 9 defenders in a team.
Yeah.
It's unacceptable. And I told Will Stewart this: we're not going to win by putting on Ben Davies. So just fucking put on Brian Gill and then Nobelli and just try to go for the throw.
Oh, what a
some people think Brian Hill are not. Some people think Brian Hill are not good enough to start in Premier League matches. Marcelo, what would you say to that then?
I say, if you think Davies is good enough, then you need to get your head rechecked. You need to get your head rechecked.
Guys, the second half is underway. Of course, we are on 46 minutes and 50 seconds right now, if anyone wants to sync back up. Alonso with a ball over the top, got the back post. Good save by Hugo Lloris, and it is a Chelsea corner. Oh,
wow. How did he get that on target? That's impressive.
Well done. It's another corner kick, is it? Another corner kick to Chelsea. And just quickly, Chelsea did make a change. They brought on Kante to give them a lot more legs in the midfield. So this second half, I think Chelsea would be looking to get on the front foot a bit more.
And that's what I'll just say. I think personally, that's going to be the difference between us and Chelsea today is that bench. They just have, the fact that they can bring on someone like Kante from the bench is ridiculous. You know what I mean? It is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It didn't mean taking off Mason Mount, though.
Corners.
It does mean taking off Mason Mount, though, which is, I would say, someone that is definitely a threat, regardless. And, maybe they'll be more defensively solid, but hopefully going forward, they wouldn't be as dangerous.
No, I agree. Hopefully not, but they are starting this first half on the front foot, and they are getting very, very physical with Tottenham. I have to say, guys, it does make me nervous when they get corners because they are just getting it into Lukaku, and he's sitting at the front post and causing a lot of havoc when they get their corners so far this half. And that's something we need Lloris to maybe be quicker at, coming out and maybe getting his fists on the ball and getting it away, and maybe hitting Lukaku in the side of the head in the process. That would be nice. Take that lump out. No, honestly, just take that big tree trunk out. I'm sick of him. Oh,
Lloris needs to get out of his line. He needs to get out of his line, Lloris. Be a little bit more assertive.
It's back post, well defended by Emerson. Well defended. Absolutely brilliant. Two players there. Two players descending on him to try and get their head on that, and he defended it perfectly. That's what we want to see. Absolutely brilliant.
Ellie, get up! Sorry.
It's another Chelsea corner here, and it's Alonso on the ball with another corner kick. Let's deal with this one. Come on. It's an Alonso corner. Chelsea are up. Oh, it's 1-0. No way. Who's on the end of that? Thiago Silva. Jesus Christ. Oh, they've done absolutely nothing all game. Had 3 corner kicks, created pressure, and they've gone and 1-0 up. Absolutely soft. That is soft. Look, we were good first half, but you can't be starting halves like this. It was a similar team under Jose Mourinho. A second half would come out, we'd start very, very poorly. And look, it's a good corner by Alonso. It's a highlight we tried before the game. The guy always turns up against Tottenham. Thiago Silva, who was on him there? Højbjerg, actually. Is it Højbjerg? No. It's Dele Alli. He's out-jumped Dele Alli. Dele Alli just lost his runner and couldn't get up. It's poor defending by Dele Alli. Very poor defending, and it's Chelsea 1-0. It's time to change the banner. Jesus. Fucking anyway. Oh, that is deflating, lads. That is absolutely
more deflating when you're 40 seconds ahead on it, especially just waiting for it to happen. I will admit.
Well, listen, no, we still got some minutes to bounce back. You know, let's try to make it 1-1. You know, but yeah, it's a joke. That's
put in a really dangerous area. I mean, they're just David mentioned it before it even happened. They're practically, just waiting for it to happen with those balls in the corners like that, or those balls in the box like that. It's a very dangerous area to put it right there on the penalty spot, right at the top of the 6. It's very, very dangerous. Yeah,
he just let his man go. It's poor. Let's take some comments. We have Mike too. He says Spurs always play better, especially against stronger rivals, because it's a measure of its strength. Only need to be more consistent against average teams. That's fair. Josh says, we play so well and this happens. I couldn't agree more. Eva, we can't play the match, unfortunately. We would get taken down. Portuguese says, now you know why Mourinho didn't play Dele. He's overrated. Yeah, look, he's lost his man, and it's a player that maybe Marcelo was thinking about. Could be the first one hauled off here today. So, yeah, look, it's just disappointing. But look, there's still 40-odd minutes left in this game. So let's see what we can do. Let's take it to them, and let's see if we can get any change out of them. Let's get Sonny back into the game. Let's get Kane back into the game.
It's their second shot on target too.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
It's just disappointing. Look, Dele Alli, he needs to be better there. He needs to be stronger there. It's just poor. RVJ AT says, don't worry, be calm. We have time to come back, make it 1-1, 100%.
Totally.
And then we have a gooner in here. You're getting slapped next week at the Emirates. Man, honestly, you bet a Burnley side and the Norwich side. It's nothing to be jumping up and down. You're actually embarrassing your own fan base even further.
Yeah, even just speaking.
James Redmond says, normal service has resumed. I said earlier that Ali was the weak link.
Did Arsenal even get a shot on target against Chelsea? I'm pretty sure you guys got spanked at home. Honestly, I thought it was Norwich against Chelsea that game. I thought Norwich had red kits for a second. It was kind of embarrassing. You guys are a joke. I don't know why you guys are talking here.
Yeah, he has nothing better to be doing.
Yeah, go talk with Burnley, man. That's how you guys play.
Go and talk about shit football with Sean Dyche fans.
I'm pretty sure Lukaku would have scored, all the goals that he did against Arsenal as well, even if there were 3 less players for Chelsea. I mean, the way he was just bullying every Arsenal defender, really. I mean,
I gotta say this though, Conte has changed the game for them.
Yeah.
He just absolutely changed.
Well, he just even adds a bit of that assuredness to them. He adds that bit of, confidence that they know that they can maybe, especially now that they're 1-0 up, it does make it a lot more difficult.
No! Great defending off the line by Romero. Absolutely brilliant defending by Romero. Marcus Alonso nearly making it 2-0 Chelsea. Now Chelsea are really starting to get ass. Oh, it's too easy. Havertz down the left-hand side. A good ball in, overhit. Alonso around the back post, pull back to Alonso. Great clearance off the line by Moon Boots, actually, I have to say. Fair play, Eric Dyer. Great defending. Dele Alli again slacking, but then picks up the second one and blocks Alonso.
Alonso is coming inside a lot, which is very interesting. He's actually coming inside into the midfield for them a lot, which could be interesting.
No, it's too easy. That's just another ball to the back post to Rudiger and gets the header. Lloris, poor header. Lloris is comfortable save. But look, we really need to get on the ball here. Guys, what do we need to do to flow this game? Because it's starting to get a bit worrying here now.
I think we need to take Dele Alli off. He's been absolutely woeful the second half.
Yeah. No, I agree. Jack?
To be honest, Dave, you might have to take off someone like Dele. To be honest, even Gio, you might want to take off as well. Put on someone like Brian Hill potentially just to be able to add something different. I would say it's going to have to be either Gio or Dele. Yeah.
No, we do. We have to get someone else a bit different on here. And we have to try something else. He's way offside. Oh.
I forgot, David. Can you remind me the bench? Is Lucas available for this one?
No, I don't think Lucas and Bergwijn are on the bench at all.
So
it's a fucking team talk from Nuno in the second half because these guys are absolutely.
Go on. Oh, Dele Alli just not quick enough to get on the end of it.
Well, that's the whole issue. He's never quick enough. He is never quick enough. That is the issue.
He's
Yeah.
gotten progressively
Because
slower
that.
every year.
Like, the man's pace is like 50, man. Like, what the fuck happened to him? He has no pace in
Yeah,
him.
Thiago Silva is just beating him for pace every day there. That's sad.
Thiago Silva's
Doesn't
like
even
50
get
years
up.
old. Thiago Silva's 50 years old, man.
That's sad, actually.
Jesus.
Or Marcelo, do you think that's because maybe Dele is working too much on the upper body this season, not on the legs?
I don't know what he's been doing these last 4 years, but man.
Oh, come on. Let's get another chance. Let's get back into this. Ross Mac Fetridge says needs to be better. Vase of Flower says no Lucas or Bergwijn on the bench. No, I think they're both injured. Yeah, look, everyone make sure you keep smashing that like button. Make sure you keep smashing that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. We do everything from reviews to previews, predicted lineup, score predictions, debate, all the hot topics all the way during the week. And, of course, starting to do a few watch-alongs now as well, guys. So make sure you do keep smashing that subscribe button. You will not regret it. And why not throw in a super chat or two and help support the channel, guys? Who else have we got here? We have Kuva99 says, I'd say Dele concentrates too much on his groin area, to be honest with you, especially with Pep's daughter around anyway, that's for sure. What's the story? Says, not with Ndombele in this side. We will win nothing with him. Watch him drift out of the game again. Yeah, he probably will drift out of the game. He probably will. But what I will say, he is looking playing very, very deep right now. Let's go. Who's on the end of this?
Come on, Harry.
Come on. You have to be better than this. This is just starting to turn into Chelsea just like dominating us. Come on, Regulon. Surely Kante doesn't make that much of an improvement to a Chelsea team, Jack.
He does. He's an incredible
David,
player.
I mean, he's the best player in the world, especially last season, or I think it was last season. He can be the best player in the world.
Jesus Christ, Lascelles. So he's not even aware of where he is on the pitch or anyone around him. Absolutely ridiculous. And it's 2-0 Chelsea. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Lascelles, right? He's not even aware where he's on the pitch. He's trying to take a touch. He turns into the middle where he knows he's going to be swamped. Chelsea take the ball off him, and they've gone 2-0 up. Let me see exactly what happened here. That is shocking. Lloris rooted to the center of the goal, off one post, dribbles across the line behind him, and in at the second. Absolutely shocking by Lascelles.
Those are two really shocking goals.
Those
are not good goals.
Oh, Lord.
Well.
Kante
those
takes
are really horrible goals.
Comes off moon boots. Kante shoots. It completely comes off moon boots. Goes over the other side of the goal, off the post and in. This is turning into an absolute shit show. Absolute shit show.
When you say that,
I can't really blame Dyer for that either. Look, it is what it is, but this is outrageous. This is getting disappointing. After such a good first half, such a positive first half, we now find ourselves 2-0 down inside 17 minutes of the second half, and all Chelsea had to do was come out of first gear into second gear. This is absolutely horrendous. Lo Celso needs to wake up. Dele Alli need to wake up. I blame Lo Celso for that goal, and I blame Dele Alli for the first one. Ali for not for completely losing Silva and letting him just out-muscle him, And then the second one, Lo Celso, you can't be turning inside there, Marcelo. That's suicide.
No, you certainly can't. You certainly can't, Dave. But I would say
it's also shit defending.
Don't you think, though, at the same time, there are certain chances that we did have in the first half, Dave, that this is what happens when you play against a team like Chelsea. They will punish you. They'll get goals against the run of play. They'll find maybe ugly ways to put the ball in the back of the net. And we've had really clear-cut chances to be able to finish the game, to not finish the game, just to be able to go ahead and actually play a bit better. But when you're kind of continuing to hold on, this will probably happen, especially against a team like Chelsea. They will punish you.
Yeah, well, look, Jack, it was like what I was nervous.
I really do think we really were ruining those chances.
Please, just get Dele off. Get Dele off. Get him off. Get him off. Just take him off.
Yeah. No, he is. He's getting
something, man.
But what I will say is look, I said it in the first half. I was getting worried that we weren't taking our chances. And I did say I felt we needed to take one of them while we were on top of the game. And look, all of a sudden, we find ourselves 2-0 down. It's absolutely shocking. Big up Darren in the building. Big up Wembley 1. PC Matt. Big yourselves up. Shamu back. THSE for life. Felix, Terry, Herlock. Big up Anthony Berryman. Big yourselves up. Michael Brown, Paul Anderson. Yeah, we're all going to just cry together. It makes life a bit easier. William Kelly says,
Tuchel.
Mikel.
He says Tuchel. I think he meant Tuchel.
Oh,
I think
Tuchel, class manager, seen Jorginho is getting overrun in midfield and brings on Kante. Game's over. Yeah, look, it was an absolute masterclass of a decision. Seeing that Chelsea were lacking in midfield and bringing on Kante, I said something similar to that. William, when he made the change, and look at Kante just bombing forward here, or that's Rudiger. Sorry, but yeah, no, look, Kante has made a huge difference. Just bringing in that legs in and around midfield has really upped the game, and they've really just took it to us. William Kelly, and look, I don't know what to say. How can you go from playing so well in the first half and being on top and not being able to deal with one substitution and be 2-0 down inside 17 minutes in the second half? It's shocking.
Because Tuchel's a great manager, man.
Tuchel,
he saw what was the problem with the team. He switched up the tactics, and now he's completely overrun us. Nuno, and this is what I mean, man. He just waits. He just waits. And David, what did I tell you in the first half? If there's someone that I would change, it'll be Dele Alli. You've gotta be proactive, man. You see a manager make a switch like Conte, right? You have Dele Alli.
You have to know your players, Marcelo. You have to know your players.
You see someone like Conte coming in who's gonna bully you off the ball. You see Dele Alli getting bullied. Like this isn't a coincidence. How many times have you seen Dele Alli getting bullied off the ball so far?
Yeah.
Too many times. Every time he's getting bullied.
But not only that, Marcelo, another thing, how many times have you seen us just be a one-half team? Even last season.
Yeah.
Seems to be a trend. You either play a good first half and shit second half, or shit first half and good second half. We can't keep doing this. Everybody, there is 140 odd people watching right now. Make sure you do smash that like button. Make sure you're smashing the subscribe button if you are new. Look, we can all go through this pain together. It's absolutely shocking. And if you want to skip and get straight to the queue, straight ahead of the queue, guys, do get the super chats in.
Gio and Tanguy coming off as well.
Celso and Tanguy coming off.
That's
Skip
ridiculous.
and Brian Hill coming on. What do you make of their changes, Marcelo?
That's shit. That why would you take both of them off? You need creativity on the midfield, man. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. But that's interesting. I felt like Dele Alli should have been taken off, and we should have put on Skip to add a little bit more, muscle in the midfield. But he's taking both our creative players when we're 2-0 down.
Do you know what I find? Do you know what I'm getting a bit disillusioned with? Højbjerg, Nuno, they both asked for the fans to get behind them. Fans have been behind them, and then they come out and produce that at the start of the second half. That's what infuriates me more. Look, at the end of the day, we're doing our job. Do your job. And go and win games of football. How can it be such a dramatic change in just because of a halftime break? It's absolutely ridiculous. This is hard. This is getting hard. And look, even if Tottenham do get on the ball now and see out the rest of the game, on top, it's still that 10 minutes, 17 minutes of lack of concentration that's killed us. It's just not good enough. You can't switch off like that in the Premier League. Everybody knows that. Look, Jack, what's your thoughts, my man?
David, I really do think, as much as, we are kind of started off poorly, didn't come out of the gates well. I do really think sometimes it is about, the chances that you miss, because at the end of the day, when you're playing a world-class team like Chelsea, they can punish you, even if they're not playing at their best, David, even if they're not playing very well, they will punish you, because you have to take your chances. If you take your chances, especially at home, the crowd will get even louder. The crowd will be even more behind you. And then the players will probably be playing even better with more confidence and everything. But the more that you keep it at 0-0, the more that you kind of let them back into the game, they will punish you, because they are, at the end of the day, a team that is absolutely kind of used to, being in these situations. They can kind of handle themselves a bit more when they're playing poorly than we can. And so I do think sometimes it is kind of falls a bit on sometimes our forwards or Reggie or the players that have just had these opportunities to put away some of these chances. It does sometimes fall on them as well. As much as we like to rip on the midfield, it does also fall on the attackers.
No, it definitely does. And Harry Kane just had a shot there and held it comfortably. Dark Sun G with the super chat says
Kane has been, I'm not even going to lie, Kane has been an absolute ghost this game as well. And you know what? I can't say, we haven't been in the front foot. He has not been involved in almost any of our attack so far. He has been an absolute ghost so far this season. And if he is down toolings, then you know what, man, I'm going to be really disappointed because I backed this guy and I said he wasn't going to down tool. But he has been absolutely shocking so far this season. This is his first shot that this is the first time I've seen him in the attack, man. Gambling for something. But
this is it. Add an insult to injury. They're bringing on Timo Werner to try and get a goal to boost his confidence.
That's what we got.
Dark Sun G says that second goal was unlucky, to be fair.
I agree.
Do you know what?
It was very unlucky.
It was unlucky in a sense, but look.
It's poor defending still.
If you're the Celso, you have to do so much better there. You can't. He doesn't know where he is on the pitch. He thinks, he was taking too long on the ball. He wasn't, on the half turn to see if anybody was coming in or where he was being pressed from. He didn't look over his shoulder at all. He took a touch, and not only that, but if he would have took a touch out wide, that means, it wouldn't be as bad. But he took a touch into the middle, they dispossessed him and went on and had a free shot on goal. You can't do that if you're a Celso. You cannot do that. I'm sorry, this guy has won a Copa America. He should know you can't afford to do that. It's absolutely shocking. But look, after that, the deflection off Dyer, I do think it was unlucky, Dark Sunjay. But big yourself up. Really appreciate the support. William Kelly said, David, that's the difference between a class manager and an average manager. That's why we won't be winners. Simple.
Come on, Brian.
Yeah. I agree. Look, yeah, exactly. Look, Tuchel has affected the game with substitutions. We haven't. And I agree with you. That is the difference. But do you know what also is the difference, William Kelly? Having the bollocks to do it. Having the cojones to do it as well. Yeah. It's all well and good. Oh, well, I was going to do this and I was going to do that. But, it's a different story having the balls to do it. And, he wasn't afraid to do it. He doesn't care who these players are. He'll take them off if things aren't working out. And it's all at the end of the day for the result. So, big up, William Kelly. Really appreciate the support.
Legend William Kelly.
Big yourselves up. Everyone else, feel free to keep getting in a super chat and help support the channel, guys. It really does help us grow. Oh, this is hard.
Deflating. It's very deflating.
Kane has been just doesn't.
Let's go, Brian. Let's go, Brian Hill.
Brian Hill's been very good.
Second bite of the cherry. And Chelsea are just getting aggressive now. They're just getting aggressive and we don't want it. It's super frustrating, though. It's super frustrating. I just hope they don't go and hide into their shells now and start being sloppy and slow on the ball. They need to be proactive now. They need to try. I want to see them at least fight and try and get back into this game. At least, from the very least, at least give me that to take away from it. Crocodoc says, I'm done watching this game. Are we keeping Dele on because he is a confidence player and can't take him off? Or it'll ruin him. He's done. Jack, did Dele not come off? Oh, no, Dele's still on. Yeah,
Dele's still on. Gio and Tanguy went off.
That's what I mean. I would have kept Gio. Yeah, Gio. Okay, Gio made that mistake, but he also created 2 chances for us. What has Dele done in this game? He's been absolutely bullied, man. And that's the class of the manager. He saw Mason Mount, big star in Chelsea, one of their own. But Tuchel saw something, Mason Mount saying, you know what, this hasn't been his game. I'm going to take him out. Nuno, for some reason, Dele Alli could shoot someone, and he still wouldn't take him out. You know what I mean? He could commit like a horrendous crime, and he could still play. That's ridiculous. I mean, how can I see? I ask you this, David. How can I see that Dele Alli should have been taken off in halftime, and not Nuno? How?
Yeah.
How?
Look, I was saying the same week with the team selection last week.
Especially if you're bringing on Skip, you would think.
I was saying,
especially if you're bringing on Skip. Sorry, Dave.
Yeah. No, sorry. I was just saying, especially last week with, how can you not be starting Brian Hill? You know what I mean? How were you not changing at half time and bringing Brian Hill on? You could clearly see Dele Alli wasn't working out wide. And again, look, it just comes down to having the bollocks to do it. Look, it doesn't matter about the name. Just have the balls to make the call. And look, that's why, the most successful manager win things, because they don't wait for 60 minutes to roll around. They affect the game as soon as, and they try and get one up on their number, and they go for it earlier. And usually it's, they get the results from it. Look at today. Thomas Tuchel, you have to say, one substitution, and then he's completely changed the course of the game. It's like Nuno has to be more proactive in this. I'm sorry, he does. But sorry, Jack, I know you wanted to say something there, my man.
No, my fault, David. I was going to say that, if you are going to even bring on Skippy, then you would just think that the one that you would keep on in terms of the original midfielders that we went with would be the most productive or the most creative midfielders, which you would probably then pick between either Gio and Tanguy. Personally, I think, you probably would go with Tanguy the most because he probably prefer to kind of finish the game, being a bit higher up the pitch. It just kind of, and also then just shows like Dele Alli's distribution is still pretty terrible to this day. It's just, to me, it's just you have to pick the one that's been the most creative, the one that has created the most chances, the one that will probably get you back into the game. And especially if you're going to bring on Skippy and still play Skippy alongside Højbjerg, it's just, you have to take off Dele, in my opinion, just because Dele is, compared to Gio and Tanguy, is nowhere near as creative, nowhere near as good going forward. It's just, a lot of reasons, Dave. And maybe he's now falling on, despite Nuno being, I would say he's a lot more attacking minded this game. He's definitely tried to go for something here. It's now maybe falling down on game management.
Yeah. No, look, I see Sarah says, stop complaining, guys. You guys said you like the lineup. Chelsea are a better team and they scored. No, look.
And I was going to say that. I was going to hit that point. Also, we got to be reasonable here. These guys, whether we want to admit it or not, they are champions of Europe. They're miles ahead of us. That's why I told you at the beginning of the season, David, there is no chance we got top 4 this season. No chance. Liverpool are miles ahead of us. Chelsea are miles ahead of us. United, not even close. And City, even though we beat them, are still miles ahead of us, performance-wise. So, we'll probably finish 7th, maybe 6th, hopefully 6th. I hope we get into that top 6 spot. But, the thing is, though, I don't know if we are going to with this manager, because honestly, I just don't know if he his man management makes me really question a lot of things. Now, I will say this: I'll give credit where credit is due. I told Nuno I want us to start up with a lineup that's attacking. I want to start with a lineup that's brave, and he did that. And you know what? We looked very good.
Yeah,
and I'll give him credit for that. But I think his man management needs to be better. I think he needs to do something more about that.
No, look, what I would say, Saurav, is, look, I get your point, and it is a fair point, but what I'm disappointed with is, look, what was said at halftime. Was there what was changing at halftime? And surely he would have been thinking, okay, guys, there's a chance Kante could probably come out here at halftime. You know what I mean? So, we be ready for that. You know what I mean? And make plans for that. At the end of the day, look, I can still question, some of the substitutions and the timing of the substitutions, to be honest with you. As soon as we went 1-0 down, I actually think he should have changed it, to be honest with you, because you could see what was coming. Most Spurs fans know what was coming.
We also look tired.
Big up. Everybody keeps smashing that like button. No, it's disappointing. I actually have to change that banner as well. It's
I'm not gonna lie. We actually also look tired playing on the front foot. We don't seem like we have the energy.
Well, Marcel, isn't that what I mean though? It's like if you finish one of those chances though, it kind of gives you that bit of adrenaline, probably kind of makes it seem all worth it, right? If you then press that high, if you try that hard in the first half, if you then put away some of your chances, then you probably do kind of go into the second half thinking it's all worth it.
Well, it's not that, Jack. It's just that I think physically we're not able to keep going at it. Like with Pochettino, we used to miss a lot of chances. We used to be a second half team under Pochettino, but we just still kept going. We just had the infinite amount of stamina. But for some reason, we just don't look at. We don't look.
Which players do you think in particular?
Dele Alli, and Nobele, but fair enough. And Nobele is, that was his first Premier League game. Also,
I guess we only would know how good a shape he is because he was also taken off along with Gio, right? So we only know how good a shape those two are in.
I also thought that Dyer also, just looking very exhausted. I just don't think we can play a high line with some of these players. I think we're in a tough situation, man. We're really also we got to look at the owners. I mean, we got to start getting some more quality into this team because we are just going to sink further and further.
How would you feel if we played against maybe Arsenal in the exact same way? Do you think we would have gotten something maybe better out of this, or do you feel it'd be a similar result?
No, I think we beat them if we play like we did in the first half. But the issue is just Chelsea just also, and that's what I said. Chelsea also just has the quality. I said it, as soon as I saw Conte coming in the game, I said it. He's going to change this game. he's just a game changer, and that's what they have. And unfortunately, we just don't have that. We don't have anybody that's game changing from the bench. I mean, like, I love Skippy, but he's not game changing. He's not. So we do lack in that sense. But I was happy that we went for it. In the first half, at least.
Yeah. William Kelly says, I'm really worried for the North London derby. No, I honestly do think we have enough. I think we should be beating Arsenal anyway, that's for sure. I think if we don't, I think the
form went out the window last season.
If we look, listen, if we look like shit against Arsenal, and I want Nuno sacked that in the tunnel, right there and then. I don't want to, in my opinion, Chelsea, I can give him an excuse because we did. Oh my goodness, what a save from Hugo! But we did have some moments, but I also just don't think we got the right coach, David. This guy is not an attacking mindset coach. He just doesn't have that understanding of flair and ability to break teams down and to keep going like Tuchel and
how's a 35-year-old Thiago Silva almost getting a brace against us from corners? That is sad. That really is sad.
It is poor. But look, William Kelly, worried. I'll be honest, I'm not worried going into the Arsenal game. I do think we should beat them, William, but I can understand concerns. I really can. Form does go out the window as well, William. So, it really is a shame how this second half has panned out, to be honest with you, because it was a great first half. It was a great first half, but how the second half's panned out, it's just, it's just been all Chelsea, honestly. Look, they're just wave after wave of attack, and look, we're lacking a lot of penetration this second half as well. Getting absolutely nothing to Son, nothing to Kane, and the two of them have faded out of the game. And it's not down to them; they're just not giving them the service. And look, it's just disappointing. It's disappointing. But does this kind of go on what we've been saying for a long time? Look, even under Mourinho, and I know people didn't like Mourinho and everything else, but we just show a lack of bottle, a lack of personality, a lack of fight, maybe, Marcelo.
Yeah, there's no fight in this team. As much as I also hate, I'm not a big fan of Nuno. There's just no fight in the team. It's just, I look at that lineup sometimes, and I still see some,
Do you feel like there's no fight? Sorry, quickly, like Marcel, because in the beginning we were saying that we saw the fight. In the beginning we were saying we saw the energy.
There's no fight on the bench. There's no.
Do you think it's like
bench.
when we get punched in the mouth, kind of reference? We just have no fight. When we get kind of shut up for a moment, we don't know how to bounce back.
Exactly. Well, also I think we just lack the man management. And I hate saying it, but we should have never let Pochettino go. This is we're paying for it and we deserve it. Like, Daniel Levy deserves this for letting Pochettino go. Like, how dare he let that guy go? Yeah. Like, we need a manager like him, man, that can get us to believe again. This team just also lacks belief, and it does lack a lot of investment. Also, a lot of investment. I mean, the investment that has been put in this team, it's woeful. I mean, the fact that I already told you that we have Eric Dyer, it's horrendous. We were playing. We have Eric Dyer in the same position as Evertongen. Look at that. Look how he just got skidded by.
Eric Dyer is by choice today, though, Marcelo. Look, there is Sanchez, there is Rodon. That is by choice today, to be fair. But look, I agree with you. Look, it's just referee not even giving a free kick.
I would also say, though, that last chance, despite shocking defending from Moon Boots, that was a horrible hospital pass made by Dele Alli into the midfield. He played it in the air to someone's mid-rift, who already had a man on him. So, to be honest, that chance does fall on Dele, in my opinion.
Honestly, in watching this game, I would legitimately, I would not start Dele Alli. He has not earned. He's just not good enough.
He's given a lot of chances,
and he's been giving a lot of chances. And partly of that, I don't know if I blame Nuno. I blame mostly Daniel Levy because I suspect that there is some form of, you can definitely tell Daniel Levy probably told Nuno that Dele Alli is part of the team, and I don't know why. I honestly don't know why. You know what I mean? Like, this is driving me nuts. I'm starting to get a little bit pissed off because I don't understand what is Dele Alli like his secret son or something? Like, that he have like an affair in his wife, and he's like, Dele, I'll get you a job, buddy. And showing some nepotism or some shit. Because what has this kid done to fucking even earn this spot? You know what I mean? And I love Dele Alli, and I even put out a tweet, Dele Alli, I believe in you. And I look like the biggest fucking idiot alive for even hoping that this guy could come back. He is absolutely woeful, man. I don't know what happened to him. Just like if I'm Nuno, we also need somebody with balls. Nuno has no balls. You can tell he's doing exactly what Daniel Levy wants. He's playing exactly the player that Daniel Levy wants. Dele Alli. If this was Pochettino would have said, "No, this is my team. Screw you. I'm gonna play my way." This is it's.
I don't know. Look, I think we'll have to revisit the Dele Alli debate because, look, for me, I was willing to give him to January, and I thought he done okay, but geez, they're just queuing up here to put this one in. This is absolutely shambolic. It's oh my god. Honestly, it's like watching ping pong. I swear to God, I'm watching the ping pong world championships right now. That's like 4 or 5 attempts on the goal. That's absolutely shocking. But look, guys, we do have a few super chats there to nail through here, so I'll start dishing them out one each. Jack William Kelly says, "What does Dele Alli bring to this team? Just play Brian Hill."
To be honest, I think Marcelo should take this one. I would just play Brian Hill personally, but I think Marcelo should take this one. I can take the next one, Dave. I think this one's better for Marcelo. He's on a Dele Alli, rant anyway.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what Nuno is seeing, what this kid is bringing into the team. He loses the ball like 5 times, and Nuno's just like standing there like a fucking idiot, clapping. Like, what are you clapping on about, man? Like, we're getting fucking spanked. And then, Eric Dyer, again, just doing fucking nothing all fucking game. Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? And then he just, how do you, I said it, let's play, listen, Sanchez isn't much better, but Jesus Christ, if we're going to play a high line, don't fucking play moon boots.
Yeah, he's been shambolic today.
He's been he's shambolic in general. I told everybody this. While he had 3 good games, everybody's like, "Oh, Eric Dyer." He's shit. Anybody, you can put me in there. You can put anybody that's 6'4", 200 pounds in the back line and just have them sit in the back and just lump the ball, to the sky. You can do that. Anybody, any sack of shit can do that. We just don't. Romero, you can see he's lacking a partner in there. He doesn't have a partner that he can pass to. And Romero has done good today. He's just
this is about Dele Alli, though. So would you play just Brian Hill instead, Marcelo?
I'll play him. Anybody over Dele Alli. Get him out, man.
Big up, William Kelly. Really appreciate his support. Dark Zone G Jack says if we had Lucas and Stevie, then maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I even was thinking that would be the perfect impact sub before it, had gone down this way, Dark Zone G. I would have gone for Lucas, thinking that, Lucas made a very good impact before, coming off the bench. He's able to come in with lots of energy. Seems like Lucas always knows what he's supposed to do. You can always depend on him to just skim past his man and create chances, also work very hard for the team. Stevie, you could probably say more or less the same. I would maybe argue Lucas might be a bit more productive. But Dark Sun G, I really do agree. They would have been absolute huge helps to this, especially in the second half. Maybe you take off Dele Alli, like maybe Marcelo said before, you put on somebody like Lucas, and even, Brian Hill. I think he's, it's a good experience for him, this one. But yeah, maybe instead of Brian Hill, it might have been better suited for someone like Lucas. Definitely agree, Dark Sun G. No,
that's a good point. That's a very good point. Big up, Dark Sun G. Really appreciate support. Tottenham have made a change. They have took off Romero and brought on Davison Sanchez for the last few minutes. Joe with the super chat, he says, "I was happy with the lineup, but agree man management is a problem. But when are we going to hold these players and owners to account? I'm very worried about the Woolwich game. I see us getting bet." Marcelo, what would you say to Joe here? It's a fair comment. Look, I just want to make it clear as well to everybody, I am Levy and Levy out and Enoch out. I would like to see the two of them gone. Look, with Paratici coming in, I was willing to sit back and see maybe what he could do and sit back and see how it would unfold and stuff like that. And look, I do think it needs a bit more time. But look, I do agree. I do think we did need a bit more investment over the summer. But I was also of the opinion you won't be able to get everything done in one window. But look,
I thought Paratici was.
I don't know. I'm just not sure of the direction right now. But look, Marcelo, what would you say to Joe?
I listen. People getting on Paratici's back. You got to also realize he can only work with the budget that he's given. It seems like people don't understand. They think like, oh, this guy's supposed to be a Don. He's supposed listen. he got the deadwood out, but the issue is he needs the investment to get the players he needs in, and he can't just pay for anybody because we just don't have we don't have the money, and two, he has to make sure he gets the right players in, and that takes a process. So with Paratici, I'm willing to be patient and see what he can do. And honestly, the players that he brought in have all looked pretty good.
Yeah,
I like him. I think Gil looks really good. He's definitely one for the future. I think Pepe Star. But the issue is people say, "Oh, I want the here and now," but who is he going to cough up the money for the here and now?
Yeah.
That's the issue. So, I'm just the reason why I'm not talking about the owners is because I'm just tired of it. I've been talking about them for 10 years, and I've been telling the fan base to wake up for 10 years. I'm just sick. Like David, we've already done a whole season about these owners.
We were one of the first ones to do a stream on YouTube that I seen about it.
So if you want to talk about the owners, just go back and watch old videos of us and David. My opinion hasn't changed. It still remains the same. But you know what? You can make it a little bit easier by getting the right coach in. Pochettino showed that. Many clubs have shown that. You look at Brentford. What Thomas Frank is doing with Brentford.
Yeah.
I guarantee you take Thomas Frank out of that team, and it just looked shambolic.
That's
completely different. So you know what? You could make it easier, but you know what? I also blame the owners for that as well because you say you're going to play.
It's Lukaku missed an absolute sitter straight down the middle. He should have scored that from the head. But sorry, Marcelo, you're mid-floor. Absolutely loving this answer. Keep going.
Yeah, but you say you're going to play us, attacking football, and then you get a defensive manager. That I will blame on Paratici because, what the fuck are you doing, man? We want to play attacking football, and it's just all disorganized from the top and bottom. But
do you know what, lad? I have to say I do agree with you. Look, I'm just tired of talking about them at this stage. Just tired of talking about them. You know what I mean? And I again, I agree. You could alleviate the damage by getting in the right coach, and we had that under Pochettino. But look, it is what it is. We have the here and now with Nuno, and we just have to just suck it up, bro. That's a poor pass. Who done that? That should be an easy pass to make, Skippy. Jesus Christ. But look, Joe, my man, really appreciate the super chat, and I hope you enjoyed Marcelo's answer to it, my man. I think you brought the best out of Marcelo there, my man. Big yourself up, Joe. Jack Chase Mullins says this is going to be a write-off season, and it's going to be a long rebuild. Going to be a tough season either way. Lots of up and downs coming our way. Come on, you Spurs. What would you say to Chase Mullins, Jacko?
Yeah, Chase, I mean, every time I go into a season, I like to think that we have a clean slate. I like to, be a bit crazy and think that, we can achieve maybe a lot more than probably it looks like we would. But I would say, the way he's putting it right now is probably what we were saying, David, May, April, July. This is what we were saying. We all knew it would be a long season. We all knew it was going to be a painful rebuild. Seems like, maybe we have confused ourselves with what our expectations are. It's possible. I'm very guilty of that. But I would say, the way that Chase has put this, David, this is kind of what we were all anticipating or even saying that it was going to be the case. I would say, April, March? I mean, we just all knew it was going to, even the next season was going to be difficult. So it just shows, and especially what even Marcelo was saying, with also the hindrance or the handicap of our owners as well. We all knew it was going to take a long time. It wasn't just going to be instantly fixed. And so, it's a bit painful to think about it in that way. But I would say, take us back a few months ago. We were all probably saying exactly what Chase is saying right here.
No, 100%. Definitely were. Look, at the end of the day, look, it was. I've said this many times. It is going to be long. It's going to be slow. It's going to be painful. Poch warned us 3 years ago. He said it was going to be a painful rebuild. And look, at the end of the day, we just have to stick. We just have to stick by it, stick through it, and until we do yield results. But we can still keep demanding. Keep asking more. And yeah, look, I'll be honest with you. Look, guys, I'm just one of these fans. Going into every game, I get hyped. Going into every season, I get hyped. And I'll always front my chest out for Tottenham, even if it means I get pie on my face saying we can win and everything else. But look. Make it clear, I am under no illusion that it will take time. This will take time. I'm not stupid. I've been saying it all summer long, all transfer window. It is going to take time. And at the end of the day, before we start getting in the very best players, we have to get ourselves back up that league and into the Champions League. So it's a tough situation to be in. Look, all we can ask for this season, guys, is that these players are going to absolutely fight, up until January to keep us in and around in and around, or a couple of points off the top four, and then just get help in the January transfer market and hopefully push on from there and try and make something happen. But look, we all honestly, we all need to stick together. We need to stop fighting, stop arguing, everything else. We all just need to stick together through this and get each other through it, because it's going to be tough. Look, like Chase says, brilliantly explained, there's going to be a hell of a lot of ups and downs. But look, we'll keep moving through the super chats. There are a few more to get to, guys. William Kelly says, I agree, Marcelo. This guy is not what I want in as a manager.
He's not a proper Spurs manager. I said it before, and I'll say it again. He just doesn't know attacking football. He just doesn't have the know-how. And he's an average manager at best, man. He's a below-average manager. What do we say about second half, David? There's a saying in football that often at halftime, the team that wins, when it's 0-0, and the team that goes win the second half, it's usually the team that's better managed.
Yeah,
it usually is. And you can have the talent, but if you don't have the manager, you don't have the guy with the the tactics and the brain. You usually lose. That's why Arteta has never won a game where it's 0-0 in the first half. He's never won it. You know what I mean? I think he's won it maybe once, but that was about it.
Yeah.
So because he's a shit manager. I see a gooner out there. You employ Arteta. He's a shit manager. So, maybe you should know the experience. But Nuno's an average manager. And honestly, I just have no hope with this guy on board. I don't have any hope with Enoch on board in general. But yeah. I really don't have any hope that we're going to play any style of football with this guy on board, because he's just not it, man. He's just not it.
I feel you.
And in my opinion, I honestly, as crazy as it sounds, I'm just hoping Pochettino fails at PSG and he gets the sack, and we just get Pochettino back. Honestly, that's all. That's honestly all. That's all I care about now, man. Because I'm just sick of it. I'm bored. Here's
fuck off. 3-0 Antonio Rudiger. Yeah. Oh, come on. Timo Werner just pulls it back, and Antonio Rudiger into the bottom corner. It's Chelsea 3, Tottenham 0. And look, it's game over. 3-0 at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. That's a tough one to take. But William Kelly, I appreciate the support, my man. Look, the day's just getting worse here. Another set piece into the box. Failed to be cleared properly again by Dele Alli. He just lets Timo Werner watch in, cuts it back to Rudiger into the bottom corner. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why Dele Alli should have been took off earlier. Faz Radfar says Tuchel had game changer on bench. Who did Nuno have? No. Look, that is a fair point. That is a fair point. Look, we had no Lucas. We had no Bergwijn today. Look, that is a fair point to take. I suppose we do have to take. No, look, just quickly. We do have to take that on board, I suppose, that we didn't have the players on the bench. But at the end of the day, look, look, I get it. But look, what was said at halftime? What was said at halftime? That's what I want to know. Is were the lads motivated coming out here in the second half? It surely doesn't look like it. But big up Faz Radfar. I really appreciate the super chat. Crocodox says it's not the tactics that are frustrating me with Nuno, Jack. It's his player choice and subs. If PSG bought Champions League, I wouldn't be surprised if Poch comes back. What would you say to Crocodox, Jack?
Yeah, I think Marcelo would be quite happy with this, as well as I think any Spurs fan. Look, we're probably now practically praying, for a bit of a simultaneously free fall from Pochettino as well. Maybe Pochettino just can't handle the stardom or, the personalities, that are at PSG, and hopefully he might come crawling back, to Spurs and maybe, relieve us from our pain and relieve us from our pain.
I would give that guy a throne and just say, just do whatever you can, Poch, please. Just get us playing again, crawling. Oh man, I would pay Pochettino's ticket and give him first class for him to come back.
Jack, can you still get some of them super chats? I'm after losing them for some reason.
I lost, and one of them was a very generous one. I think it was from
Dan N.
Yeah, was it from Dan N from earlier? I'm trying to.
Them super chats. I'm after losing.
I was trying to go back into it too, Dave, and to the chat, and I know we missed one. I really know we did miss one. I tried my thing updated and won't let me. I really think StreamYard needs to fix this. It's very, very frustrating.
And then if you are watching, can you just put it in a normal comment, my man, and we'll get it up. I really do apologize, my man. We will get through them quicker next time. And big up Crocodox. Really appreciate the support. Anyone else that we have missed, guys, just put your comment in and we will get them up. I'm sorry about that. We will look to be quicker on the trigger, guys. Really, really do apologize. Just get the comments in, like I said, and we will get the comment up. Everyone else, the chat is absolutely flying right now. Make sure you are smashing that like button, smashing the subscribe button. We are bringing you into, post-match analysis now. It is getting on to that time. It is over. It is Chelsea 3, Tottenham 0. It's a sad day in a North London derby. Guys, the chat is flying, so get your super chats in and we'll get to it. The one from Dan N is here, Jack. He says,
I got it. Once the heads hang, the deadwood stop running and set the tone for the rest of the team. Dyer and Dele slow the pace and make it impossible for the players who are trying to get us back into the game. Yeah, I mean, there's Dyer and Dele especially, I would say, have been quite poor for this game, especially Eric Dyer against Lukaku. He's looked absolutely terrified, Eric Dyer, this whole match, where I would say Romero seemed to, be brave enough to go against him, as well as Sanchez, has come into the game, hasn't, been too poor. But, I think the whole team, honestly, just way too intimidated, especially in the second half, I feel like. And then also the deadwood really is honestly just continuing to hurt us. Even someone brought up before, I think, Dave, that, who did we have? I think it might have been Faz. We just don't even have impact subs. We almost put on our best 11 and then there's no one really to come on from the bench to change the game like Chelsea had. Chelsea have a lot of impact subs available. So Dan, and all I can say is I really do agree here that, and especially the case of Dyer and Dele, they've been really, really, really poor this match. And also Dan, and we really do apologize. StreamYard, it just, when the chats just starts flying, StreamYard just doesn't let us stay where we are in the queue. It tries to zoom ahead for no reason at all. And so we do apologize for missing your super chat there. But big yourself up, Dan, and for understanding as well. Yeah, big up, Dan. And like I said, I really do apologize, my man, but really appreciate it. Anyone else that we missed, just let us know. We will get it up. Look, it's 3-0 Chelsea. It's disappointing, especially on I would expect to see more fight, especially with what's been in it with Jimmy Greaves and all today. But look, we'll keep moving. Marcelo Darkson G says next time, hopefully we beat the Blues away with a better bench. Hopefully by then we ship out Easy Pass and Catastrophe and Oscar, Mr. Hollywood, Doherty, and get some players in. What would you say to Darkson G, Marcelo?
I don't know. I don't think we're going to beat Chelsea anytime soon, man. They're way ahead of us. Unless we get it's one of those days where Chelsea don't show up and we do. They didn't show up in the first half. They did not show up in the first half, and we maybe could have taken the opportunity there. But, it's just, we're just so far behind. We're just so far behind. Financially, we're behind. Owners-wise, we're behind. They're a joke. Manager-wise, we're so behind. Player-wise, we're so behind. It's going to be a tough fucking season, man. Let's just hope January, Nuno is out. We get, Pochettino in somehow, or, some attacking coach. And, just fucking, start investing on some things, And also, listen, if this is how Harry Kane's attitude is going to be throughout the season, him and Dele, they, I'm not willing to give up on Kane, but, if Kane is going to be down tooling like this, because he clearly down to it today. He has not been looking himself, man. If he does this throughout the season, you got to also ask Levy, why didn't he, you got to sell him. You got to just cough up the cash. Him and Dele, we're just fucked. Our best player now doesn't even want to play for us, man. Dark Sun G, I really do hope, and again, it's a lot to ask, and, it's not too much to ask, excuse me, but, considering Enoch and Levy, I don't know how much investment we'll get in January, but I do agree we absolutely need a better bench. I don't even think, even with the injuries in mind, we still don't really have as much of an impact bench as any other squad. There's still plenty more deadwood to get out, especially the likes of Easy Pass and Catastrophe, as well as Mr. Oscar Doherty as well. So I really do agree, Dark Sun G. Joe's comment, or Joe's super chat here, also really big yourself up, Joe, for all the support as well, saying, where are the goals coming from if it's not Kane and Son, David? We are going to get Woolwich next week, and we haven't won there since 2012. Enoch out, Levy out. I mean, David, do you feel like, we'll struggle over at the Emirates?
Look, the Outlads also asking the same question, Joe, so great minds think alike. Do you know what? Form does go out the window for a North London derby.
Arsenal for last season, it did. I mean, Arsenal were in horrible form, and they came and beat us.
If I was some of these players, I'd be going out there realizing what they done to us last year, and I'd want to be slapping them up. Look, in terms of where the goals are going to come from, look, it's as simple as this. We need Lucas to push himself to get more about himself when he does get back. Same as Stephen Bergwijn. Look, we need Ndombele to be able to do it for 90 minutes and not just 45 minutes. We need Dele Alli to you know, I don't know, maybe cut his hair and get another new makeover, but something that's going to help create.
Need him gone. Just need him gone. Just sell Dele Alli. You know,
But up until January, though, no, I agree with you. I'm at the stage now, I'm fed up with the kid. But I agree with you. Up until January, what we need to do now is these players need to knuckle down. They just need to knuckle down. I don't care whatever they're doing outside of football. Stop it until we start yielding results on the pitch on a consistent basis. Then you can go around and start being cock of the walk and being out there and all whatever you want to be doing, playing Fortnite, whatever else. But until then, knuckle down and nail down until we start yielding results on the pitch. Look, it was a question that I held back from yesterday, Jack. But for me, like, you know, it was, is Nuno getting enough out of these players? Or are these players challenging themselves and getting enough out of themselves? Now, for me, I think it's actually a bit of both. I'll be honest with you. I think it's a bit of both. Look, for me, these players, a lot of them, some of them, like even maybe down to Lucas, has probably accepted his role over the years of being a backup player. But we want players who are going to fight, who are going to train week in, week out to push themselves for Fast 11. But not only that, when they get the opportunity, take that jersey and not relinquish it. We don't have that. We have a lot of players going through the motions, and we need someone to come in and start getting them to get more out of themselves. 100%, as well as the manager probably needs to do a bit more motivating. But Marcelo, I know you were saying you have to go, my man. Look, I appreciate your time coming on the watch along. I really enjoyed watching a game with you again. It's been the first time in a long while. And look, we hope to have you back here next week for Arsenal if you are around.
Yeah, no, I took the day off for Arsenal. I used my little earned time. I never miss a North London derby. You know, I never miss a Spurs game regardless, man. But, you know, the first half, just my full thoughts on the game. First half, good positive start. Piss poor man management. Should have taken off Dele Alli. Again, another Nuno mistake. I think Nuno needs to go. I think he's not the right manager. Get Ryan Mason until Christmas, until we can find a right manager. Just get us playing some attacking football and get an attacking manager. And as far as Levy, Enoch, and even Paratici, who I do really like. I like Paratici.
Yeah.
Get your shit together. Get your shit together. You know, start doing something. You know, like
have some moves. Yeah, some moves lined up already for January, hopefully. And as well, maybe I would say, at least in Partici's case, you know, definitely I hope that he doesn't take the Steve Hitchen approach and is reluctant, you know, to do any business in January. But definitely for sure.
Yeah, you know, you got to watch this and you got to think yourself, you know, we need more players in January. And, you know, if I'm Daniel Levy, you can't expect any manager to get anything out of Dele Alli. Get him out, you know what I mean? Sell him. Yeah. Come on, you Spurs. Spurs till we die. Disappointing night. And bye-bye.
No, cheers. Appreciate it, Marcelo. And big yourself up, my man. Absolute legend. Great to have Marcelo back. A lot of people are asking for him. So we got him in for you guys. Big yourselves up. And just back to Joe. Yeah, look, basically that was my answer. Just these players need to be challenging themselves, get more out of them. And I do agree where the goal is going to come from if Son and Kane aren't scoring. And it is a massive concern. Yep. So big yourself up, man.
Big yourself up, Joe.
It's Arsenal. I'm never going to let them know, especially going into a North London derby, that, you know, anything can happen. I'm always going to put my chest out just for the North London derby. But yeah, I agree with you. There is some.
Appreciate you, Joe.
Dark Sun G says, I think Kane would have come on as a sub-Jack. Dyer rushed back in. In my opinion, he should have gone with Romero, Sanchez, and Rodon instead of Romero and Dyer. 5-3-2 would have been better. What would you say?
Yeah, Dark Sun G said this last time, Dave. I forget. He said it before on our fan shows. He said it, you know, even in the Kaniki Answer Me. I think he even said it in the match preview last night, Dave. You know, he's been saying this for a while. He's actually wanted maybe Harry Kane to almost, in a sense, you know, be that impact sub, somebody that can actually bring a bit of creativity to the game, you know, bring something different, of course, world-class ability. But also, I think Dark Sun G is even saying, Dave, you know, he's kind of like been a bit MIA, like you've said before, and maybe he needs to kind of earn his way back into the squad. And you've even made the point before, Dave, and I think Dark Sun G might agree. Nuno is almost prepared for this season without Harry Kane, and it is possible that, you know, with Harry Kane not really performing in the way that maybe we would like him to, it's not really a detriment to the squad, but to a degree, you know, you do have to center the team around him. And if he's not going to be showing up in games like this, it is kind of very difficult to find a place for him. And I would actually say Dark Sun G, he would have been actually fantastic as an impact sub. And as well, we, I mentioned before, we kind of put in our best 11. I was a very strong 11, I would say. But then again, you would argue that, that meant that there were no impact subs, no players to really come onto the bench and offer anything very different, you would say. So maybe apart from Brian Hill. So that's what I agree. Dark Sun G actually might have been smart to keep Kane on the bench just because he can actually have an impact sub, kind of like the way Conte was an impact sub for Chelsea. It would be actually a bit similar. So Dark Sun G, you've been saying it all week. I do agree with you actually, and also even in hindsight, with the benefit of hindsight, I also agree.
No, big up Dark Sun G. Really appreciate the support.
And he wanted the 5-3-2. I actually thought the system looked pretty decent today, especially in the first half. It looked pretty strong, but maybe you're right. In the second half, it's hard to know because Watchalong, it is hard to pay attention as much as maybe we would, just watching it just amongst ourselves. But I would say, yeah, it seemed like the system or the formation was found out in the second half for sure.
100%. And the Outlet says, what's the odds of Mesa being reinstalled within the next 4 or 5 weeks? It does look like it could be heading that way, lad. I'm not going to lie. Oh, do you know what, Jack? These ones are just so hard to do after you lose, man. Like, none of us want to be doing this. It's hard. It's hard. But look, we all need the therapy as well. And I'm just glad that we have ourselves and 200 odd other people, watching it with us, And look, we all need each other, guys. Make sure that the chat is absolutely flying. I will try and get everybody's comments up. Don't worry about that. But if you want to skip the queue and guaranteed that your comment is read out and discussed, guys, get the super chat in and we will get to it straight away. But Jack D-Trex Kane, he says, next person that tells me Reguilon is quality, I'm losing my head. Ali is good with Guardiola's daughter, but not on the field. Why bench Roden? Do you know what? Look, I actually do like Reguilon. I
still like Reguilon. I think he's been one of our better players still.
But Jack, go with it. Look, you have a few stats on Reguilon, so maybe why don't you tell
D-Trex Kane?
Reguilon is good.
The reason I tell you Reguilon is still quality, in my opinion, and I know that's probably making you do your head in by me saying that word quality. I do apologize. It's probably a curse word for you, around Reguilon, D-Trex Kane. But I think practically at this stage, Dave, he's doubled most of our players in terms of interceptions. He also has he has 16 probably after this game, probably has around 20 interceptions after this game. And then as well, D-Trex Kane, he has the most tackles plus interceptions combined in our entire 11, our entire squad in general. So as much as you maybe don't rate him, he still has the most defensive actions in our entire team. So it just show we do rate him going forward. Plenty of people say he's actually better going forward. Ironically, I would even say he's actually been better defensively this season, David, because again, he has the most defensive actions in our entire squad. And so that's, just a bit of Reguilon stats on there as well. He also has more distance covered than majority of our fullbacks, almost always. He's able to get up and down the pitch practically like no other. I do agree with you. He can be very, very frustrating at times, especially certain balls that he plays. He really doesn't know, where his players are. Like even today, he did have a pretty atrocious pass out of bounds. I recognize that those moments can be very infuriating. But I would also argue if you do go down into the stats and if you do really look at it and think about it, maybe with less of a Reguilon biased mind, I would say, you do notice that he is still, practically one of our better players. Maybe that's a bit sad that he is one of our better players in the squad, but I would say, before we start attacking Reguilon, I think there are a lot of players in this squad that I would start going after first. And again, statistically, Reguilon defensively has been one of our best players this season. So that's what I would say to D-Trex Kane. But I do kind of love that Dele Alli comment with Guardiola's daughter, D-Trex. He's definitely a man of humor. And then, I feel like it was maybe a bit of a miss to have Rodon missing for this game. But I don't know if I would have said that before the game. Maybe now I would say that with the benefit of hindsight.
Look, what I would say, D-Trex Kane, is he's not even good with Guardiola's daughter. I bet you he sits in the corner of the room on the guitar playing her love songs. I bet you. He doesn't even make the use of his time. And look, Rodon, in hindsight, it was a miss. Look, Dyer, I think he was actually poor today, I'll be honest with you. Very, very poor today. And look, I know he cleared one off the line and that, but he just got spun. He must have been listening to a bit of Kylie Minogue. You spin me right round. Absolutely fed up with it. It's these London derbies that really irritate you and get to you more, because what's more frustrating about it, Jack, is we were in that 45 minutes. We were the better team. We were all over them. We were pressing the living shit out of them. They couldn't get out of their own half. We completely dominated that half, I would say. And I just always got that sense. We need to take one of these chances. We need to stick one of them in the back of the net. Yep. Because there will be a time where Chelsea will come out and have a proper crack at us. Now, look, Thomas Tuchel makes a change at half-time. He could see Chelsea were getting completely overrun. He takes off Mount, brings on Kante, puts Kante back in the midfield to help, and they just took the game from there. But it's the manner of what we folded. Look, the goal, Dele Alli, that's absolutely shambolic, Jack.
Yep.
Look, this is a guy that,
couldn't even get off the ground, Dave.
Jack, he's always on Twitter. He's always on his Instagrams, putting out things. You know what I mean? Oh, and all over the summer, back training, back working hard, work hard, this, that, and the other. Okay, well then work harder on your jumping. At the end of the day, honestly, Thiago Silva just got a free run at him. He hadn't a clue where he was. It was like, Dele Alli thought he was sitting in the bumper cars. And he just lets Thiago Silva get a free header. Doesn't even challenge him. Doesn't even try and put him off. Doesn't even lean into him. It's shocking. It's shocking. Then the second goal, the Celso. I'm sorry, but you cannot take a touch like that, especially inside into the middle. You cannot do that. You have, if there's players around you, you have to take that out wide. At least give yourself a chance to recover, because when you lose it in the middle like that, you can't recover from it. And we've seen that. Look, although there was probably a bit of fortune towards their goal, at the end of the day, it was created by Lo Celso being shit. He didn't know where he was on the pitch. He had his back to play. He should have been on the half turn looking to see where the pressure was coming from. Does he really think he has that much time in his own half on the ball? Give me a break. And then the third goal, Dele Alli again. We didn't deal with the corner. He's slow at getting out. He watches the pass be played in behind him to Werner. He lets Werner come in. And Werner just pulls it back and lets Rudiger have a strike. Look, I'm absolutely fuming. There's so much that went wrong that second half. We completely capitulated. Jack, what went wrong that second half? What went wrong? We just completely capitulated.
Well, Dave, I'm just going to quickly touch on what you were just saying, though. In the first half, I really agree. This is what I was even kind of worried about, whereas just if we don't take those chances in the first half, especially when the crowd was fully behind the boys, especially when the crowd was practically expecting us to go ahead, and we don't take those chances, teams like Chelsea, Dave, are just going to continue to burn us like this. And I would even say, despite, Dele Alli, of course, being absolutely responsible for those goals, you kind of are asking then, for some of our players to have these moments, because we don't have a good enough squad to carry out the 0-0, even when missing chances. We have to be able to put away these chances. It falls on Reguilón, it falls on Sonny, it falls on Kane, it falls on Tanguy, it falls on a lot of our forwards to be able to actually put away these chances for us, because if we are going to try to go for a snatch and grab, if we are going to try to be a bit more of an underdog, Dave, an underdog has to be able to put away those chances, because what do you expect? You can't just be able to just go throughout the entire 90 minutes and then maybe wait for that final ball or that final goal to go in. We are going to have to eventually get hurt. And that's how it goes, in my opinion. And I would just say in the second half, Dave, it just seemed like maybe I wouldn't know if it really was that Conte substitution. It really did seem that Tuchel just made a significant change, in the tactics. Marcus Alonso was coming inside a lot more into the field, and it just felt like we were just getting overrun. That's what I would say. I don't know why we were getting overrun. Again, we were trying to deal with the watch along as well while watching it. So maybe when we break this down later for the win or learn, Dave, we can kind of maybe think about, what really went different in the second half. But all I can say is we were just getting absolutely overrun. The counterattacks that Chelsea were having were a lot more scary, a lot more potent. And as well, you probably would say that, they just seem to have done something different that maybe figured us out. And Thomas Tuchel, I would give him a bit of applause for that. And then with Nuno, it just seemed like Nuno just went out with the same game plan, the same style, and expected a different result, which is actually a bit, that's not how any coach should go about it. Since we weren't putting away the chances, since we were getting a bit overrun sometimes in the counterattack, he probably should have considered a change early, and he didn't, and he got punished for it.
Yeah, no, definitely. We have
there are 230 people in the building right now. There are 230 people in the building. If you are new to the Irish Hotspur here, we really would like it if you drop a subscribe to never miss another watch along, never miss a little post match like this as well, in case you're looking for a bit of therapy, in case you're just looking for some fellow Spurs to be alongside, for times like these. I would just say, please hit that bell, hit that shiny red button below as if it's Mason Mount's face. And then just join us for maybe a bit of the therapy, as well. Just again, friends and Spurs fans, just to be around for times like these.
No, 100%, guys. Make sure. Let's just keep moving. And look, the old lad saying that Souness and Roy Keane are absolutely ripping Spurs to pieces on Sky Sports. I'll be honest.
They should be.
Look, we deserve it. Look, just for everyone else to get your answers in the comment section, like me and Jack. We have a comment on the super chat here, but just for everybody, look, I'll be interested to know. We have 230 watching right now. I want to know, do you think we've made progress from last season? You know, do you still believe in the Nuno project, or do you want change? Just let me know in the comments, yes or no. And then look, we'll give our answers on it when we get to it. But Jack, Kane, the long shot, he says our bench needs reinforcements. Kane isn't in it, needs to be benched. Result wasn't a surprise, and I think we should take the first half as a real positive. The reality is no coach can fix this in a few months and one window. No, look, I have to say, a great comment. It's a fair, balanced comment, Kane, the long shot. Fair, great, balanced comment, I have to say. Look, with Kane, I'll be honest with you. Look, I've been one of his biggest backers. It's starting to concern me. You know, it's games like this where, especially off the back of the Jimmy Greaves thing today, where, you know, he should be going out, doing us proud, put everything aside, get the result, you know, and get back to the very best at what he was doing, which was scoring goals. But it just doesn't even look like he wants to get on the ball anymore. He's not berating players. Look, last year or the year before, he would have grabbed this team by the scruff of the neck. I want the Kane back at Ajax, where he wasn't playing, and he went down at halftime and rollicked the dressing room, told some home truths, and look at the reaction we got. And look, I want to get that Kane back. Is it lost? Is the boy that loved Tottenham? You know, is that lost? Look, I'm starting to think so. And it's killing me to say this, Jack, because all I want is 11 players out there that are committed to the cause, just to get us results, get us some wins, give us something to get proud about again. Give us something to get, you know, something to get behind again. Something where we know like under Pochettino, we could go into games with our chest out and say, shut your mouth, you're getting slapped today. You know, just that confidence, that arrogance back.
Yeah,
it's just killing me. And when one of your main leaders looks like he doesn't want to be here, it is worrying.
Yeah,
it's worrying. But look, I do also believe that it is a part that Nuno was planning with a season without Kane, and is maybe struggling to adapt them to get him back in. And I do think once he can do that, you know, you probably will see better with Kane. But look, Kane needs to pull his head out of his arse. He's a lot of records there to break this season. You know, and he needs to go and do it. Pull your head out your ass, fire Tottenham, and then fuck off in the summer if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
But please, just while you have that jersey on, just give the very best you can. The result, look, was it a surprise? Probably not. But judging after 45 minutes to see
that after 45 minutes,
then it becomes a surprise.
Yeah.
You know, then it becomes a surprise, and it's much like what we seen last season. You play one good half and the other half of the game you're shit. And look, we need to get that out of us. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know why it keeps happening, but we need to stop that. We need to get that rid of that. You know what a curse or whatever you would say it is. That curse. We need to get rid of it. He also says, I think we should take the first half is a real positive. That's the way we should be playing, week in, week out, regardless of the opponent. I don't care. Do what Pochettino done. A style of a philosophy, and you do not change it. You do not change it. And then all of a sudden, the players get used to it, and all you have to do is take one player out, one player in, and you don't really lose too much, unless it's a massive drop-off in quality, but you don't really lose too much quality because, you know, everyone knows how to play the system. They're so well-versed in it. And the reality is, look, I agree with you. It is impossible for a coach to fix this within a few months. Look, I'm still giving Nuno a bit of a chance. How much longer I can hang in here? Look, I think we get slapped by Arsenal, and the game after that, I think I'm out. Even the Arsenal one, I think it'll be hard to come back from.
Yeah.
But look, I agree. The only one thing I worry is I don't want to go down the route that them gooners have gone down, which is sacking managers, and now they're stuck with someone like Arteta, who's never managed before. And look at the mighty fall from grace they've had. I do not want that situation. So this one has to be done even more carefully than what the Jose one was done and the timing. This one has to be done to perfection. And you cannot sack Nuno until you have another manager lined up. It's that simple. No Ryan Mason, I don't want it. But if that is the way the board are thinking, look, I think it's ridiculous that we are sitting here talking about this right now. But I can understand it. Look, I would love to give managers more time, but I don't know. I'm a bit confused right now. I'm a bit confused. I'm a bit lost. And I agree with you. Nothing was ever going to be done in one window. Kane, the long shot. Appreciate the support. Jack, anything you want to say to Kane?
Kane, the long shot, really do appreciate it. And also, like you said, Dave, very level-headed, super chat as well from Kane, the long shot, a very generous one as well. I I think David hit the nail on the head. I would just say, you know, our bench does need reinforcements. Kane is definitely not convincing me. I really have been trying to be, you know, very optimistic that he would come into things. He's really, you know, discouraging me. I will say, you know, it's been very unfortunate to see the way that he's maybe conducting himself or holding himself. You know, it's not the same Harry Kane that we're used to. The bench needing reinforcements. Everybody knows that, you know, our whole squad needs reinforcements. It's just whether maybe what David is saying, you know, we just kind of blame it entirely on the manager and then just see if another manager can perform another miracle. I would say it's only really on the players. And that connects to what David is saying about, you know, we don't want to go down the Arsenal route where we're just blaming manager after manager after manager and not the players and not the investment and, you know, not the institutions like Enoch and Levy. So that's what I would say, Kane. And then as well, his comment on the reality. Yes, Dave.
Just quickly, just before you move on from that, I just want to say, I think this is a good message to every Spurs fan out there. Just quickly, sorry, Jack, for interrupting you, but every Spurs fan now over this next week and after the Arsenal game, and I'm calling on everybody, has to sit back and really analyze it, really weigh it up fairly. Transfer window, players, injuries, everything. Because this is one we have to get right. We can't just have fans being pissed off and calling Nuno out, Nuno out, Nuno out. This is one we have to analyse correctly as Spurs fans before we make our next move. Because, look, if we want the manager gone, the Spurs board will just pull the plug just to appease fans. Yep. But we have to analyse this one up. We're at a very tricky situation right now with this. And we have to wait up fairly before we really make our judgment. So I call all Spurs fans just for a couple of days to really take it into account and take stock and take it from there. Let's not do reactionary on this one.
Right.
Let's really put some thought into this before we just start putting it out there. Because look, I'm worried. I'm a bit worried right now, Jack.
I am losing my patience, definitely with Nuno, especially considering how much, you know, backing we've given him, you know, David. I feel like, you know, we've given more backing to Nuno than almost any other. And I would say, you know, I am losing my patience, though, and I am running out of reasons, you know, or running out of excuses, I would say, for him. So, you know, I kind of see where a majority of the fan base is coming from. But I think what David said, I would actually stress again, you know, let's maybe take a few days just to analyze, you know, what has actually gone wrong, what is going wrong, how we can fix it. And, you know, of course, a lot of it really does fall on the board. A lot of it falls on Enoch and Levy with the investment. And then also a lot of it, you know, falls on, on the players. And as much as I would like to blame the manager instantly, I know that there are a lot of things that, you know, have always been the case for our problems. And it's not Nuno because Nuno's only been here so long. But I am also simultaneously losing patience with Nuno as well. And maybe that point that, you know, Marcelo brought up with like someone like Thomas Frank, you know, from Brentford. Yeah, probably someone like that would maybe do a lot better of a job. How much better of a job would he do, you know, and how much would he actually achieve with us, I think is very dependent, right, on the investment and the institutions behind him. But Kane the Long Shot, really appreciate this very level-headed super chat, as well as a very generous one, of course, as well. And again, there are 250 people now in the building. So everybody, please smash that subscribe button as well. We will be doing a post-match review later called a Win or Learn special, where we do kind of talk about what went wrong for, you know, Spurs, how we can fix it in the future. It's going to be very tough to answer some of these. And, you know, a lot of it will fall on Nuno and his tactics. A lot of it falls on the players, of course. But we will be doing that for the post-match review. So if you are new to this channel, please drop a subscribe down below.
And it'll be a bit more level-headed because we've had the time to take ourselves out of the situation and really analyse it. Right now, a lot of it is reactionary. It's angry because of the result. And rightly so. Look, yes, we all have,
rightly so.
But look, with the Win or Learn, it will be a bit more fairer in terms of everything. But look, Kane the Long Shot, my man, I really appreciate the support, my man. Big up. Everybody else, the chat is absolutely flying. I am struggling to keep up, guys. So you genuinely want the comment read out, guys, get the super chat in and we will get straight to it. Dark Sun G did send in a super chat and then said he wants us to go back up to this one. So he says, I believe in Nuno. Once we have Lucas and Stevie G, we should go back and Lucas, son, Stevie, 3 forwards and then Tanguy, Lo Celso, or Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. Skip Reguilon, Romero, Sanchez, or Rowan, Royale, or Tanganga. Jack, what would you say to Dark Sun G?
The Man City, you know, it's practically the Man City lineup, you know, and who knows? I wouldn't like to think that, you know, Kane is the, you know, the reason that, you know, this has, you know, kind of fallen. But it's also very possible that, you know, maybe Lucas and Stevie and Sonny are kind of, you know, the front three that Nuno's been training with all season. It's the one that they're actually quite used to working with as well. And also, it is a lot of pace. Also, they can press really well, that front three. That front three can press. They're all very hardworking, especially if we wanted to see our players fighting for the badge. I would say, Dave, that front three definitely would be fighting for the badge. Even Stevie B, as much as we like to rip on Stevie, he definitely knows how to fight for the badge. And I would say, that's, when we're at our lowest, Dave, and Dark Sun G, when we are at our lowest, that's all that we ask of the players. And I would say, this lineup that Dark Sun G has chosen, maybe apart from somebody like Tongi, I would admit, would absolutely be fighting tooth and nail for the badge. And we just know that at least can get you through certain games, maybe not the Chelsea game where you do need a bit more quality, but I would say other games, it would definitely get us through and be able to get us that win that we're looking for. So Dark Sun G, we really do apologize for missing,
No, we didn't miss that. We didn't miss that. He just didn't have enough space. So I
misheard you, David. Yeah, I misheard you. So Dark Sun G, though, but as always, really do appreciate you. Really, also, again, very level-headed from Dark Sun G. I will admit from here, very level-headed response. And he doesn't also want to blame Nuno right away, Dark Sun G. So really true legend. Is there before Bob's? I think there's another Dark Sun G before this one. I think it's this one. He says, please read my normal comment for the best of luck. Sorry, Dave. Yeah, sorry. I'm a bit behind you. You're way ahead of me.
No, lad. No worries. Buzzbird TV says, I find it difficult how fans were unable to stand back and look at the bigger picture. Lack of quality and depth is down to Enoch enough. Yep. Leave you out. No, look, 100%. I agree with you. Look, obviously the bigger picture is always going to be there, Bob. I couldn't agree more. And look, look, 100%. I agree with you. But look, all we can do now is just, speak about what we have here until January. Look, for me, look, I do agree with you. I do agree with you, Bob. But look, with Nuno, I am starting to question some of his tactics. I do think it's okay to question some of the tactics. But look, he has had a lot to deal with. We have to be fair on that, Jack. He's had, 6-7 players out. That is a lot for any team.
With no training as well.
Circumstances. Yeah, a bit of a muddled pre-season. He didn't know whether he was going to have Kane to work with or not, so he had to try and plan for a season without Harry Kane. Look, no Stevie B, no Lucas on the bench today. Or one of them probably would have started ahead of Dele Alli or Lo Celso. Yep. So, look, there are a lot of factors in it. Look, for me, look, like I said, Bob, look, Enoch and Levy, look, they're always going to be there. We all want them out 100%. But, look, Nuno is getting things wrong. Look, with Tuchel today, he made one change at halftime and completely changed the game. Now, Nuno had the chance to do that last week against Palace, didn't do it. And look, today, when we went 1-0 down, I would have liked them to take off Dele Alli. I thought he was fading out of the game. I thought he was causing problems.
Yeah.
For us. I would have liked him to take it off. He didn't. He waited till we went 2-0 down, then decided he'd make change, and then took off Tanguy on Dembele, which, okay, I agree. He was completely fading out of the game, to be honest with you. Look, like I said, I'm just a bit disillusioned. I don't know where we're going. I'm a bit lost. I can't lie. I'm a bit lost. I'm not sure what's going on right now. Look, at the end of the day, look, we brought in Paratici. I do think we do have to give Paratici the time, Bob. I do think we have to give him the time. The man's never going to fix anything. And we all know who is signing the checks for him, of course. Look, it's just one of these projects for me. Look, I think we're just going to have to sit by because there's nothing we can do now until January anyway. Nothing we can do now to January. But, again, nothing was ever going to get done in one window. Look, we got ourselves into that much of a pickle that we had so much to fix that we left it beyond the possibilities of ever trying to fix it in one window. Put it that way. I think that's the best way I can put it personally, is that we left ourselves in that much of a hole and that much to do by not buying in previous years because of the stadium and everything else, that we left ourselves in an impossible situation. Now, look, I wasn't a big fan of Nuno coming in, but, I want to give the manager a chance. I want to give him a chance. Look, don't get me wrong. Not everything is on Nuno. These players do have to start taking responsibility. You can't just come out and fold in the second half like you did. Not in a London derby. For God's sake, not in a London derby. You have to show more bottle, more grit, more desire, more determination, and just keep showing you want it. Look, there's a lot more to come. Like I said, right now everything is reactionary. It'll be a bit more fair of analysis later on once we've had time to kind of calm down, Jack.
Yeah, but Bob Spur, I do agree with you. There is a very, very, very obvious person that we can always point, the finger at, and he is absolutely responsible for the lack of investment, for us not having these impact subs that we've been talking about, even for possibly even the manager that we've selected, of course, Bob as well. A lot of it does absolutely fall on the big one, and that is Enoch and that is Levy as well. So, of course, like maybe you put here, it is that big picture that we obviously maybe, sometimes maybe gloss over. I wouldn't say we forget about it. We always know it's there. Believe me. We sometimes try to look for other reasons, maybe instead of always just pointing it towards them. But in this case, in matches like these, you do actually sometimes have to think, and realize that, we are so far away from Chelsea's level. We're so far away from Man United's level. We're so far away from Liverpool's level. And that only falls on one person. That is Levy, and that is Enoch. And so, Bob, I really do agree with you. I really do. I really do agree with you. But we're also trying at the same time, we're trying to figure out maybe solutions in maybe the ways that, might be a bit short term and long term solutions. It is just Enoch and Levy, and it's Enoch and Levy out. That is the long term solution that absolutely would solve practically everything. But at the moment, I'm kind of like David. I am kind of just a bit heartbroken, a bit kind of, just destroyed, if you ask me, and it's, I can't agree with you more though, Bob. Really can't.
No, 100%. Bob, I think you were down at the protest today. Correct me if I'm wrong. The NFL ones. Let me know, what sort of crowd and all was there. And yeah, look, for me, everyone knew, and I said it. I was willing to park it, and for a little while, not park it. Like at the end of the day, look, we always know the obvious problem is there. I just get to the point. Honestly, I just fed up and bored. Not bored, but I just don't like talking about it anymore because they just piss me off. I've just resigned myself to the fact that they're nothing we can do about it anymore. These guys are just continuously going to keep doing it to us. And I know it's a bit of a defeatist attitude today. Look, I'm probably just more defeatist because of the Chelsea game and everything else. But yeah, no, look, that issue is always there. And look, fair play to the people that are constantly talking about it, because look, for me, honestly, constantly talking about it just brings my mood down. Just really brings my mood down. Because the realization hits that we're never really going to win at them. But like when I don't,
and they're the one holding us back, and it's really hard to think about it that way. But yeah, Bob, you are right, and it's the difference. Levy and Enoch, they are the difference between us being at Chelsea's level. They are the absolute difference. If they absolutely put their, I would say put their money where their mouth is, we would be at their level. We would be at their level, and they're the only people practically holding us back from this. So, Bob, I really do agree, but I am also with David. Sometimes you can only. You try to look for other solutions, besides, just saying Levy and Enoch out. But in these moments and times like these, we do realize that, the reason why we've lost to Chelsea so many times in a row, it's not exactly the managers. It's not always even, it's not the manager. It really does fall on, the investment. It falls on the board, falls on the institutions that are leading Tottenham at the moment. And absolutely, we don't know where we're going.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so, do you know what it is, Jack? It's just soul destroying, especially losing to these rent boys 3-0. It's absolutely soul destroying. It really is just soul destroying. It hurts. It hurts. It just, I don't know. This one is a hard one to take, especially after the first 45 minutes. And it's like they always do this to you. You go into the game, you're already a bit deflated, in a bit of despair. You brave it up, you front it up. They give you a good 45 minutes of going in level. You're thinking, maybe we can nick this one. And as soon as you start to get that little twinge in your pants, just start to feel that hard on, Tottenham are well able to just take that away from you. And look, it just hurts. It's a tough one to take today, guys. But look, Jack, anything else you want to say on that?
And I'm kind of with you, Dave. It's absolutely deflating. I really thought, in the first half, it's not that I was just worried that we didn't put away any of those chances, going into the, after the first half. I really knew, I felt like, I didn't say it, but I really in the back of my head was very worried that was going to hurt us just by not being able to put away some of those chances we created in the first half. Especially, it's kind of like the Man City situation, Dave, where, we were hurting them. We were clearly the better team in the first half. If you take advantage of that, while maybe they start out a bit slowly, maybe start out where they don't really know what their game plan is, Chelsea, and we take advantage of that, probably would be talking about a different result. We'd probably be talking about a different game. But since we went into that second half 0-0 and didn't take our chances, and we also had poor game management by our manager, and also we have poor investment and poor squad depth as well, Bob, I would just say, we are only going to see one result, and that was this. But I'm also just very, very, I'm just very disillusioned, and I'm very just, it's heartbreaking, because I really do think also at the same time we played a much better first half than Chelsea did, and then Chelsea played a much better second half than we did. And it just seems like maybe if we had taken our advantage of our chances like Chelsea did in the second half, might be talking about a different result here. I don't think that covers up any of the problems by any means. I don't really think it does, but simultaneously, I just feel a bit heartbroken that we didn't get anything out of that first half, because I really do think that we deserve something from it. And it really does hurt, and I don't want to blame I'm losing patience with Nuno, believe me, losing patience very quickly with him. But I would say, again, it really does fall, like you're saying, Bob, on the players, falls on the players, falls on the investment, and it falls on Enoch and Levy all the time. But yeah, it's hard. It's hard to take this, especially when I feel like we did deserve something a bit more, especially after the first half. No,
look, do you know what it is, right? You have to look at these results. Look, you have to look at the manager. You have to look at the players. But then, once you get the answers there, ultimately it brings you up to the big bad boys in the boardroom. Yep. You know what I mean? And that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. Look, it's a real soul destroyer. A lot of people can clearly see that. I'm struggling to get a few words out here now anymore. I'm just really deflated. Look, guys, we will be back later on with a win or learn, maybe a bit of a player ratings thrown in there as well, where you guys can come in and help us get the player ratings done as well. But we'll let you know when at the start of the show where exactly we're going to run that. But look, all I want to say is a massive thank you to everybody today who has tuned in for the watch along. It is greatly appreciated, guys. A massive thank you to everybody, for all the super chats throughout. Again, massive help towards the channel. You have no idea how much it helps. Everyone, make sure you are smashing that like button, guys. Make sure you are smashing that subscribe button if you're new. You definitely won't regret it. Constantly putting out content over here. But look, Jack, where can people find you, my man?
Yeah, I mean, at times like these, everybody, if you're just looking for anything outside of Spurs, just something, just to distract yourself with from this pain, I would just head on over to our second channel, flatcapeurotalk. There will be plenty of stuff having nothing to do with what we've just been witness to today. All the backstabbings, all the soul destroying kind of football that we've seen today. I would say it's not going to be over at that second channel. The second channel is going to have a bit of that maybe lighthearted, neutral kind of feeling towards everything that might cheer you up, hopefully. And that will be Champions League content, a bit of a Sheriff FC explained story. So everybody, please, if you're new to the building, if you are new here, we'd appreciate you checking out our second channel, especially maybe even the Chelsea fans, that maybe just want to take further cracks on us. I would say you're welcome to do it actually on our second channel. Definitely not here, but you are welcome to do it over there. Everybody, if you just need something to cheer yourself up with, head on over to that second channel and drop a subscribe. We're going to have lots of content coming out next week, especially. So just stay tuned over there. And again, it's just that second channel of ours, so David and I can even cheer ourselves up even from matches like this.
Yeah, look, guys, it's a hard one to take. We all know everyone's going to need a bit of therapy later on. So look, yeah, we're going to gather our thoughts, calm down a little bit. Look, I need to put some cold water on my head. The steam is absolutely pissing off me. I'm really fuming with this game. I'm not going to lie. It's soul destroying. It hurts. It probably gives us a true indication of where we're at. But look, we'll be back later on tonight to dissect everything. And I hope to see everybody, back here later on for the therapy. But until then, Harris Army, thank you so much. Really appreciate all the love and the support. I appreciate you going through the pain with us as well. Look, it's soul destroying. It's going to be another week of down in the dumps because Tottenham have lost. Look, next week is a North London derby. Hopefully, winning them can give you the highest of the highs.
Yep.
You don't really get any higher in life. So look, hopefully, we can get the job done next weekend and get back to being in high spirits. But until then, Harris Army, I love you and I'll leave you. I'll see you back here later on tonight. Enjoy the rest of your evenings. Get your dinner and see you back here for some therapy. And at the end of the day, no matter what, we're Tottenham Hotspur. Come on, you Spurs. We're Tottenham till I die. And look, you never win or you lose. You win or you learn.
Win or you learn. Tottenham till we die.